become one of salads and sun. Only a fool would say that. A boy with a plan, a natural man, wearing a white Stetson hat.
It is Mystery Titans Theater, and Johnny, you know I love this song. My name is Travis Voloshin. Thrilled to be here with a surprise guest, last minute replacement, but we'll get to them when they get here in a second. But first, I'm here with the usual gang of idiots, and that means it's Ken Burns of Wrestling, Chief J Historian, the third brainbuster, Kelly T. Nelson. Kelly, how are you?
Doing great, buddy.
Great to see you again. It's been days, man.
Just
it's awesome. It's
week.
great how often we get
Not
to
even
hang
a
out
week
these days.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And our buddy who put together this playlist tonight with the Frightful Four in mind, but I think we'll still have fun with our guest who's going to get here a little later, Johnny Hedgepeth. Johnny, how are you?
I'm doing good. Just check out Hogan's Ride.
Yes.
I
remember this. Yeah.
The hood ornament is him flexing.
Yes, of course.
I remember thinking this was something that legitimately happened. Like, just he was walking down the street and people just came out and ran, and they happened to catch it.
Well, you know, brother, there was this one time I was just walking down the street.
According to Hogan, it was all a shoot.
All right, here.
All right, hey.
So unpredictable.
Check it out, boys.
Hey,
Nice.
Where'd you get
I was
that?
wondering what your shirt said.
It says in Spanish. It says, "I'm a Johnny Rods guy."
Awesome.
Oh, that's sweet.
You got this from this guy? Is it from
I got it from Pro Wrestling Tees, which is through this guy. So
okay,
yeah,
cool, awesome.
Awesome, man. Wow.
Yeah. Giving back.
Giving
back to the great. Yeah, good gear tonight.
You always, I think of the New Japan Pro
New Japan,
Wrestling
you're right.
sweater.
Yeah, you're right.
I remember when I was doing research on Rods years ago that he wore it for another match, but I couldn't find any results for him ever wrestling for New Japan. So I was wondering how he ended up with it. Someone just left it in the locker room after. Oh, I'm going. Nice sweater.
There's the hillbilly.
Oh, right.
Hillbilly behind.
So this was when they were building him up. He hadn't wrestled yet. Yeah, cool.
That one kid's like, Jesus Christ, this guy stinks like pig shit.
Briscoe, man.
Yeah, this is that period of time when the Briscoes
Mhm.
sold their shares of Georgia to Vince
Yeah.
or whatever that fucking worked. And they had their little run up there against Adonis and Murdoch. And then Jack Briscoe was like, fuck this travel and weather, quit in the middle of a blizzard at the Meadowlands, got back on a plane and went back to Florida and never wrestled again.
Never wrestled again. One of the few to retire and never unretire once.
Wow. Moose, you never fail to make a good porn star reference. I appreciate that.
Charlie Fulton.
Johnny Rods and Johnny Sins. I feel like they have their names. Each person should each have the other person's name.
Okay. I was gonna say Charlie Fulton looks the most like a porn star.
Yeah. Johnny Rods was implicated in the Wonderland murders, though. So.
Got what is that? Working the elbow,
working
the arm ringer. Yeah, awesome.
It is like Vince is on commentary, and even though he's Jerry here, Vince calls him Gerald like 5 times. Like he just met the guy, and he's like, he's gonna be Gerald. God damn it!
It's too southern.
Probably had like a abusive stepfather named Jerry when he was young. Vince.
Yep.
He hated the dead. Fucking Jerry. Fuck you. There's Beefcake. This is when he first showed up. And
he was also just wandering around.
Yeah,
too.
he just show up and wander around the inside.
That was awesome.
Weird. That's such a
Anyone seen my hillbilly friend?
weird thing. It's like two.
I've got a stripogram for a Mr. Jim, Mr. Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, two wrestlers or future wrestlers not wrestling at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of an odd footnote in WWF history.
That kid's like, fuck you. That kid's yelling something homophobic right now.
Roll up, yes. Dominant win. Ah, adorable. Did you hear the noise she was making? Too?
That was the
Brad
the
Veal in
Briscoe
the chat.
brothers megaphone that
Yeah.
didn't
Oh, yeah.
really do too well.
Every kid had.
Every kid wanted one of those.
Brad saying, thanks for having a match of all my dad's friends in time for Father's Day.
Yeah, it is totally a dad's
Dad's Rock. That's
And
the name of today's episode.
And we've seen some of those. Those Briscoes Adonis Murdoch matches were fucking amazing.
Yep.
Hi there.
That girl was not Sunny Moose.
From parts unknown when he first debuted Brutus Beefcake.
Right, I remember that. Yeah,
We
and
and then shortly after San Francisco, which of course made sense based on what was kind of the subliminal message with his gimmick.
Mm-hmm. Did he? I think he just kind of walked around the ring there, Vince. He didn't really leave much of a mark at all.
Johnny Ross. Oh, wow.
All right, so
interesting choice.
Our good friend over at Classic Wrestling Stuff on YouTube, who's like the founder of the Feast for so much of the stuff, including all the NWA Crockett, and he's been inactive for years. Nothing new, and he's back, baby, and he's got all of Southwest Championship Wrestling. And
fantastic.
Instead of trying to go in order, I'm just going to be randomly cherry picking throughout the years.
Great. That's fine, because
he keeps posting stuff, and this is uncharted territory. And look at that picture.
Yeah,
that picture behind everything really kind of takes your eye, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, looks like a guy from the club down the street.
And it is Chicky Star. That's crazy. I didn't know he wrestled in the States regularly.
Like Daniel Stern.
And this is 1984, so this is past the peak of the territory. Past that, they had the time slot on the USA Network that Vince poached, or was later given to Vince for All American Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
They lost that in 1983. I don't know how many more years they survived. They were dead, I believe, by the time I started following wrestling.
Yeah. The earliest thing our boy has is from 78.
Okay, cool. Because if you go way back, you'll get the dynamic duo with Gino and Tully. There was some good stuff with Tully. I watched when I was doing Touchdowns to Turnbuckles, a bloody match with who was he wrestling?
Tom Tucker from
a young Eric Embry, where Embry got totally busted
open.
Give me
a smaller belt so I look huge. Yeah. These guys talking at the same time.
Yeah, I guess is it bilingual?
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's
There's
awesome.
The Spanish guy and the English guy at the same time.
We don't only have enough time. We only have enough film for once. So you guys got to talk over each other.
That's hilarious.
This is Kevin Sullivan fighting Blackjack Mulligan.
Yeah, so we're getting a continuation of that feud, but in
I didn't even think of that.
Where is this? This is outdoors. It looks like.
Is this post stabbing? This is a young Marlon Brando.
I think it'd be a couple of years later.
Where's Wally Cox? He'd love this.
Somebody give me some butter.
It's like a decent sized crowd.
Yeah, where is this?
I don't know.
But Sullivan's got a snake at ringside, apparently.
Right. And you have it in a box? Or is that somebody else?
It's my snake in a box.
Oh, there's the guy. Yeah, who's his
he's got it around his
Who's his snake handler?
Which snake handler?
Oh, I know who it is. It's Jonathan Boyd from the Sheep Herders.
Oh yeah.
Sheep herder, snake handler, it's all the same.
Yo, hey.
Look at this guy.
Let's go. Wally Buono.
What's this?
Wally Buono. Wally Buono sighting. Crazy.
That's it's Canadian CFL deep cut CFL.
Yeah, the CFL coach.
By the way. Used to coach the Calgary Stampeders. Fire.
Wow. That is crazy that we stumbled, or that this fits in with that spot we watched recently. Is this the first time a snake had been in a wrestling ring?
Oh no.
No, the
It
Sheik
was
used to bring out a
used.
snake.
Yeah, the Sheik got a snake. That was who had it in a box.
Get that snake on her. That's a looks like we can't see the rest of that.
There
Yeah.
Got Jonathan Boyd, the OG
Oh,
sheep
and
herder,
the sheep herders.
and the sheep. I got to see John when I saw the one live Memphis show I went to. The sheep herders were in the steel cage, but it was Jonathan Boyd and Rip Morgan. So
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a completely alternate sheep.
but he was like kind of the OG in sheep herder, I think.
Yeah, maybe even in this like before Luke and Butch.
Yeah, I don't know how it works because they were interconnected. But yeah, they laid the New Zealand flag on the body as well. Blackjack Mulligan is like, you could. Blackjack Mulligan really hates New Zealanders. Like, the ultimate insult that the New Zealand flag is on him.
What they've done over the years to America. Dirty Kiwis.
Fucking Kiwis.
Cowards.
Again, one of my other favorite things in wrestling is patriotic gimmicks against countries that we have absolutely no beef with.
Yeah. Brad saying he got that hat airbrushed at an amusement park.
Mhm. Definitely an 80s style.
You like rollerblading? Are you like roller skating, little boy? No.
I like his shirt, man. I'd wear that.
Yeah. Just walk down the street 2024 with that shirt on.
Wear it to the next Little League practice so that motherfucker knows not to fuck with me.
Just stare him down the whole time.
Don't say a word the whole time, just sit there.
And those bracelets he's got on.
Oh yeah, definitely. And a snake. Definitely.
So where exactly is this happening?
Texas.
Okay. We're in Texas. It's a different arena than the first match.
Well, obviously, yeah, I know.
And also
we're bouncing,
we had the outdoor arena.
And the outdoor.
3 for 3.
Bouncing around the state.
It was centered in San Antonio, though, the territory. Joe Blanchard, Tully's father, was the promoter.
Which one of the gimmicks should I blow?
Oh yeah, and by the way, when we get to the 1978 one, you got to check out. I realized I never actually seen what Joe Blanchard looks like, and this man embraces the fashions of the day and the hairstyles. It's something else, man.
It's funny. Boo, New Zealand. Moose is. When do they begin filming from the supermarket? That's where we're headed next. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, you know
1985.
You know how us Americans feel about these fucking New Zealanders and Canadians.
Yes.
That was it. Like that hot Canadian USA feud with Brett and them in '97. Hot on fire. I loved every minute of it. At the same time, I was just like, I'm like, this isn't really a beef, right? I'm like,
well, like yeah, not from an American perspective, but from a Canadian perspective.
No, I got the Canadian perspective. From the USA perspective, the USA is like, fucking Canadians. I was like, what, really? What? I don't get it. Why?
Yeah, I know. Well, at least we share a border.
Right. And the War of 1812.
Yes, don't forget that.
Oh, was that it?
It was so recent before
the
Hart feud.
Burned down the fucking White House. Fuck you. Yeah. Dolly Madison had to run away.
But any land we took, we gave it back. You're welcome. I guess. I don't know. I don't know much about it at all.
The Americans went into what is now Canada and were basically turned back. And then, the borders just remain the same as far as
the War of 1812 is one of those ones that does not really get covered much in grade school. At least when I was in grade school, we just kind of go through it real quick.
Yeah,
the British burned down the White House
because you lost, Johnny.
Yeah.
You lost.
And that's when when Francis Scott Key wrote the Star Spangled Banner.
Right.
It's like
And it
all
ended up lasting for 3 years, so it was really not just confined to 1812.
Yeah, and it's like, but I did watch a PBS documentary on it like a few years back. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna really get into this and see what was this all about. And even then, I fell asleep halfway through it. I was like, no one cares.
Said, like Vietnam and COVID, the War of 1812 was where the U.S. said we won because things got too expensive.
It was part of the larger European Napoleon War, Napoleonic War. So it is kind of interesting in that.
And it also involved the Native Americans. It's very it was very complicated,
and it helped to create more problems with us in Quebec, I think, as well.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, yes, under discussed war.
Yeah,
it was also kind of the sequel to the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, it was the underperforming sequel to the Revolutionary War.
The straight to video,
the Jaws 3D.
Now with Canada.
Yeah, we don't dip into world history much on this, but it's
all right. So the first one, they beat the British and the Hessians.
Yeah.
We need a new heel. Canada. Yeah.
Canada couldn't draw a dime. So I just imagine.
Yeah, that was our one chance at main event. And
John Quincy Adams. What are you
strictly
talking about?
undercard, strictly mid card sense.
It's just some music executive or some movie executive with a cigar. Canada.
Ooh, monkey flip. I have no idea who the job guys are, but they're getting in a little offense. Get me the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
This guy's a house of fire, though.
Almost. Is it Madrill?
It is Madrill.
Yeah,
it is Madrill. Hey!
Wow, crazy.
The headlock punch gave it away. Yeah.
This isn't what Pete was talking about recently. On Armstrong Alley has posted a bunch of stuff where Madrill was at that time.
Oh, Portland at the end.
Yeah, that was Portland.
Where he had his own talk show.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Next time we have Pete on, I want to dig into it. It sounds awesome.
Oh,
the stuff
it's totally unknown because it was a dying territory, and the talent level wasn't that great, but it looks like it was interesting. And Piper was booking at one point in 1989.
Our guest. Madrill, an old favorite are you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Boogie. Can you hear us okay?
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's muted right now.
So that famous Sasquatch picture years and years ago, someone had made a black and white. It was even before Photoshop, but they somehow put Jerry Garcia's face on that, and it looked hilarious. It looked so good.
That's
it was right after he died.
Look at it. This is how they wrote Madrill out of the territory here.
There he is.
Boogie, you're muted.
You're on mute, bud.
There we go. Oh, still can't hear you.
You can maybe hear us, but we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you, buddy.
Check your mic. Ooh, Madrill. Nasty bump.
Beck? I think the other guy's name is Beck.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It's Jeff Beck. They're going to break his
guitar
playing.
He'll never play guitar again.
This looks potentially... Oh, why does he have a glove on?
Glove? Infinity Gauntlet.
No, it's a loaded glove. He hit him with a loaded glove. And that glove actually looks loaded, unlike DiBiase's. That thing's huge.
That was great. Yeah. Big glove. Do it again. Now the other
great.
arm.
Boogie, you look great, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Is that Joe Blanchard? Yeah.
Oh, wow. God, really? Jesus.
It's Doctor.
Oh, man.
Picked off my Panama.
That's my doctoring hat. Come on.
Joe Blanchard, the years were not kind to him.
He looks like a swinger in 1978, dude.
Yeah, but he's walking like he's 90
Yeah.
years old.
That was pretty awesome, though.
Jesus.
Loaded glove onto a chair.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, glad it was this kid. No, me. Fuck, who cares? This doctor is the best.
I'm sick and tired. You told me before to tear up their contract. There's no satisfaction in tearing.
So this is after Madrill has left world class.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. By a good year and a half or so.
Not giving up. We're gonna whip them and run them out here. I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah, that's Joe. Wow.
One thing I'm gonna enforce.
He does look like the guy from Barney Miller. Yes, Bruce, I agree.
Rules. I'm gonna get on the phone and I'm fining the sheep herders $1,000 right now for using that glove.
$1,000.
Getting charged, getting fined.
I don't know right now whether they just tried to or whether they did break it, but that's a lethal weapon. That glove that they have there is a lethal weapon, and we're gonna fine them $1,000.
Right, there we go.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey.
Boogie Knight. Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen,
my
please
goodness.
welcome. So happy to have
Oh.
with us one half of Double Overtime, an incredible professional wrestling referee here in Vancouver, British Columbia. Your pal and mine, Boogie Knight.
Oh, thank you so much. Sorry I am late. Many
No problem.
apologies.
No problem,
So
man.
excited
No,
to
don't worry about it.
meet you fellas and watch some wrestling.
Yeah.
Looks like some great. Is this sheep herders we're watching?
That
Mhm.
was,
was,
yeah.
So
Ah,
Boogie, this is Southwest wrestling. Blanchard's out of San Antonio. I was saying before, the guy who does this YouTube channel that puts up all this so much stuff that we use on the show, especially like all that worldwide like we watched,
Yeah.
hasn't been active in years. Suddenly he's appeared and he's just uploading everything Southwest, which I've never seen. So we're dipping
Yeah.
our toe in it for the first
It's really
time
cool.
tonight.
There's Luis Guzman making his wrestling debut. I feel like we've seen this guy before. Oh, that's a cue.
Is the other one Brett Wayne
Brett Sawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's become a regular on the show.
Yes.
Yeah, Mimsy.
Yes, yes.
Oh, monkey flip is the move of the night.
I mean, he looks just like him, right? I mean, come on. He just needs the glasses. That's so funny.
This is the first time we've seen two matches from the same location, though.
Yeah, I think they were just they were showing like we're going to this live, showing you this live footage of
Yeah.
this,
That was just the end
this-
of that
this heinous
Kevin
thing that Kevin Sullivan did.
Right, right.
Boogie, earlier they went to like it was like an outdoor, I don't know, at a fair or something
Yeah.
show. A lot of people there.
Football. It looked like a football.
And
Mhm.
Kevin Sullivan burned through a fireball in Mulligan's face. Then they put a stake on him and then covered him with the New Zealand flag. That was the worst of all the.
Okay.
What an insult.
You stay at like a fairground, so I imagine there's like a carnival going on. Meanwhile, Kevin Sullivan's like, all doing all these satanic shenanigans.
Yes.
He's working the
Say-
carnival and the wrestling shows at the
Oh
same
yeah. He works the midway before the show.
Boy, Boogie's really barely been here, and he's already come up with the title of tonight's show in Satanic Shenanigans. Really good.
It's on the list.
Big,
Not
just
bad.
like his brother.
Yeah.
That's like
Power
a
Slam
super
master.
finish in the mid 80s.
Mm-hmm. Leaving like a champ too.
Oh,
See?
Oh, just right. I was
It's
still.
almost a little too
God, that
fancy.
could have
Take the
taken that up the
fan.
crotch.
That would be Sean and Marty's signature.
That's right. That's
Later.
right. Oh, right. Why is that? My head, some people say my head's way too big for my body.
And they're right.
It's a different color than the rest of his body. It's weird. It's like
Thank
he
you.
found a Halloween mask.
I'm going to beat everybody in this promotion.
What a like, what conditioner is he using? Is really my question.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really.
Has he got a big scar in his? Oh, that's hair. Okay.
He's looking at both interviewers at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Southwest does this weird thing where there's a Japanese, there's a Spanish announcer and an English announcer,
Oh.
and they're there at the same time, talking at the same time. It's terrible and confusing.
But
It's
awesome.
like you
for
gotta
us.
be like being prime minister. You gotta say everything twice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. Actually, that's interesting.
What we got here?
BB. Who could it be? Is that? It's Manny Fernandez.
I think that's Manny Fernandez.
All right.
Yeah.
There he is. Oh,
Yeah, I recognize that.
You
yellow
recognize the
streak.
bleached rat tail?
Yeah.
Here's your man.
Yeah.
Working at a much quicker pace than the previous match.
Mm-hmm.
I say as they stand in a headlock.
Yes, yes.
I'll say this as we watch Manny Fernandez with a side headlock being bounced off the ropes. It's Dan White.
Ooh. Hilarious.
This guy
I love it.
I learned that.
Small John stood.
I learned that in Danang, Daddy.
I'm a big Manny Fernandez guy, Boogie.
Oh yeah, yeah. Famous, almost as famous a Valor Stealer as Sergeant Slaughter,
Sergeant
the man
Slaughter,
himself.
yes. Yeah, yeah.
I love Manny Fernandez though.
He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time because he just didn't steal valor. He stole football valor. He's
That's right.
stolen all the valors. The football one's even crazier because it's very easy to disprove. Yeah, I played for the Dolphins or the Jets or whoever the fuck it was.
Dolphins. Yeah, the
You
famous.
just know there's some football fan out of
undefeated
Miami.
team.
That's far more insulting.
I mean, the football Manny Fernandez, I think, was a Pro Bowler. He was a pretty good player.
Right.
Manny Fernandez, the wrestler, did go to West Texas State and played football, so it's almost true.
Boom, nice drop kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
like-
when I was 15, I was all and Crockett was my jam. I was all in on the Raging Bull. He was one of my favorite guys. And then when he turned heel, I liked him even more.
Oh, and the tag team with Rick Rude is
It's the
just,
best. The tag team with Rick Room was the real R&Rs, Ravishing and Raging. My favorite tag team of all time that have only existed for a few months.
Yeah, tiny run, but yeah, like unforgettable.
Yeah.
Oh, great dive and knee drop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the
Is
fact that
it
they
fair to say
yeah.
this might be his kind of where he had the biggest run, Manny? Because I think it would have to be Texas, right?
I think it's Crockett.
Yeah,
As
in
far as
Florida, I think he did a lot in Florida too.
Yeah, I just think he's with Crockett when Crockett was on fire and a major featured guy. Oh Jesus! All right, who's this guy?
Looks like that
Joe.
match should say something like "no fat chicks" or something.
His blade scars broke open.
Yeah. No shit. Yeah. Now, en español, please. Señor Fernandez.
He's gonna beat the beans out of you.
I can say that because I'm Mexican.
Oh yeah, he's allowed to say it.
That is
the Flying
crazy.
Burrito is maybe one of the wilder names for a finish.
Yeah.
I've
Oh
ever
yeah.
heard.
Oh yeah.
But it's an awesome finish.
Yeah. Oh, he lays it in.
Yeah. So funny. I guess we just can't hear the other guy's mic at this time. Oh no.
Oh, Killer Tim Brooks. Killer Tim Brooks being racist. He just he shoved up the tortilla in his face.
Yeah.
And now he's making a taco
With beans, refried beans.
Oh,
beans.
I
It's
think
terrible.
I need
Oh,
to
yeah.
see
Oh no.
Killer
Uh-huh.
Brooks is running Southwest.
Yeah,
Nice.
oh, my other favorite thing in wrestling, right? My other favorite thing in old wrestling, racism.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Man, he was
I'm
in
taking
the-
a shower.
Yeah, he's
Man,
got
he
his
was
own
in
shampoo.
the shower.
He's got shampoo. Head and shoulders, baby.
Or it's
Leave me and my poor son alone.
Yes.
attention to
Come on, what do you got now? Well, it's just
a
another.
chimichanga.
You know, it's exactly the loaded chimichanga. He hit him with a loaded chimichanga.
Just
This is
imagine
fantastic.
somebody
I think
rubbing
they probably
this
graded
montage.
the
My
the
face.
80s.
This is like among the Godfather for best montage. Ever.
This is amazing.
Yeah, this is awesome. So funny. They really are just cutting.
Just a war
They're-
between
they're-
these two.
Yeah.
They're hyping up.
He's
some
like, he was
Yeah.
about to bring up, not the guacamole,
Taco
pal.
Bell.
Not in front of my
Step too
family.
far.
Yes.
Oh, brass knucks. No.
No, he's hitting them. He's hitting them with tacos. Oh, and it's is that a
Oh.
7-bean dip?
How dare you, sir? He's getting the hot
I
sauce.
hate to waste
Oh.
good food on
He really
this
wanted to make
scumbag.
sure he got that in good.
Uh-huh.
Like he didn't. He wanted that to sell the cheap seats because of what he did to that jobber. I think he was legit
Oh
pissed
my
off.
God.
I want to see this fucking match, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
We'll have to
it better
track it
be
down.
it better be one of those sombrero on a pole matches like you had with Abdullah. Just circle the racism all around.
Right.
Loser becomes a
Or
pinata.
just a whole taco
Uh-oh.
bar of all different ingredients they can pull from. Who is this with? Who is
Killer Tim
it-
Brooks.
Killer Tim Brooks. Sorry.
And he was
Um,
a cousin to Dick Murdoch, right? So there
Mhm.
was racism in that family.
Well, I mean, it's not hereditary. I mean, I don't know how Killer Tim Brooks felt. I never heard he was a member of the Klan.
His angle is not speaking well for his case.
Yeah. This is making me lean towards
No, you
one
think
side.
you think they write their own angles? Come on, you know better than that.
He was really a very
The
progressive
Blanchards rubbing
person.
their hands together.
Joe
Yes.
Blanchard is the racist right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
Oh, geez. Here we
Moose
go.
was wondering
again.
if that was a scat video we were watching. Well,
Oh,
we are
yeah,
actually
we're
gonna-
getting them fighting. All right.
right
Nice.
on. This is great that we actually
Jeans.
get all that build up.
Cowboy boots. So
And
this
then
is an
this.
actual match. Awesome.
Yeah.
Why wasn't this territory fucking one of the top ones in the 80s?
I mean, because you were saying, Kel, this is like after they lost their TV deal,
Yeah.
and it's considered dead. But so far, this has been a damn good show.
Well, and
Also, yeah, they
one of the
couldn't promote.
reasons they lost the TV was because they did an angle with manure being rubbed on somebody. or
that was the. I remember that
Fuck.
that being the story. That's what got him kicked off the air. But then in the book, and then one of those books I read, that I think the Territories book, the point I was like, that really wasn't it. It didn't help, but that
Yeah,
wasn't it.
no, it was contributed to it, but it wasn't the only reason.
It
So
was,
that-
This is another one that's just
but
gonna
it
get rubbed out.
was the violence.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, all right, now let's bust open those,
No, they're definitely a territory
blade
that needs to be
scars.
examined further.
get out of here.
Because I love me some 80s violence
Like
in my
an
wrestling.
evangelical-
Well, then once again, thanks to classic wrestling stuff, because we gonna do that.
Yes, great, good call.
Getting run
Wow.
off by Bob Barker in a powder blue
Yeah.
suit is not very.
Uh-huh.
as a heel
I know
fight.
he's involved in everything.
It's like, oh no, Grandpa's in the ring. We got to get out of here.
He wasn't even that old, I don't think.
I don't know. Joe
no,
Blanchard.
no, he's 37.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check. I mean, he played for the Edmonton Eskimos in the early 50s, so do the math. That was 30 years before that.
He looks like one of those old men who could fuck your shit up, man. I don't know.
Yeah, he's
knows
probably
people.
mid 50s, I would guess, at this point.
All right, I am a Latino Maxwell Smart.
Latino Don Adams.
Yes.
Oh God, no, he wasn't. Oh no, let's see, he was 50. Yeah, mid 50s. I was gonna say he's mid
Gentleman
40s.
Conway Twitty. So he loaded his fist with salsa from New York City.
New York City.
What's up, Moose? Is a very good pal. I'm behind on the chat.
Wow.
Penny Marshall.
Hmm. She's missing the big
Oh,
L
that's
on
a
her.
wrestler. Yeah. A cage match.
There's some cage
Even the
matches
women in
happening
this
just down the
territory were
road from me
hardcore.
now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was like, in most other territories, they'd be like, there was a woman on the wrestling last night,
Yeah,
Mhm.
they would never get a
and
microphone.
here they're having cage matches.
And
Yeah.
she looks a little. She looks a little
Now,
older.
my little
I'll say.
my albino compatriot, my
My
patron,
twin
Who is
albinos.
Scuzzy tag team.
A good Southern scuzzy tag team. One of them, the one on the right looks familiar.
looks like
The one on his eyebrows are bleached, right?
I think so.
Like his hair is, but it looks like his eyebrows are too. That's
Full
why.
commitment
Yeah.
to the gimmick.
That's not the RPMs, right? No.
I don't
The
think
Voros
so, but
twins.
we're going back to this stadium show.
Yeah. This might have been the county fair. Oh, it's
They
Eric
are back.
Embry. That's Eric Embry.
Okay, like I said, he was in the territory, but it was a few years earlier.
Yeah.
The match of
Eat
Tully
it.
where he got
Eat
all
the
bloody.
mat.
Eat it, you piece of shit.
And Chicky Star's in the territory too. Wow,
Wow.
crazy.
And this is like we're in the middle of just what feels like an epic brawl here too. Heated. It's just
Yeah, man. Where is this territory been?
what have we stumbled onto? Yeah.
Yeah. By the looks of the stands, there's like 50 billion people here.
I know it
Yeah,
looks impressive.
I mean,
Better
just a
film than
way-
what Vern would do for the AWA.
I want to
Right.
try to like contact the guy who does this and say, hey, thanks, and this is what we use it for. But there's always in the back of my mind that he's
Yeah.
gonna be like, I don't want you doing that. And I'm like, oh.
but we
go.
really like the territory. Like, don't
Yeah,
you want us to
yeah.
watch it? Yeah.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
Beautiful
Nice.
pile driver.
Adios,
Rough
muchacho.
one.
Uh-huh.
Embry's
Embry's
you
awesome.
down Main Street as well. Huh.
They almost look like the Valiant brothers in the 70s.
Is that the rock? That's the rock and rolls.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
Yeah.
the rock and roll.
Oh,
But not
They
the
do-
Wow.
Rockers and not the Rock and Roll Express.
That's the Rock and Roll Express. They must have just come in for a spot show, because what year is this again?
84.
84.
Oh,
That was
sorry, yeah,
they
yeah.
were 84. They were in Watts.
They
So
were,
they were.
yeah, mid-south.
This looks later than some of the earlier stuff we saw. Obviously, it looks like getting closer to main event time here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
They
see.
shut down the beer garden. It's bullshit.
You could still go on the scrambler though.
Probably fine where this is. Looking up Ricky Martin.
Brad was talking earlier about how you couldn't really hide anything back in these days under the ring apron. There was no.
That was good. A good thing.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing about WWE is the stupid ladders and tables under the
Well, I wouldn't say just WWE.
What
Well,
about,
they
It's
what about
everywhere
Hornswoggle?
now.
I counter. I mean,
they
posit
started
Hornswoggle.
it.
And
Everyone just
now
copies
they're
them.
they're backing off from it for only like select matches.
Good.
You know,
So
yeah,
it
it's-
was a Vince thing then.
It's watching it right now. I watched the pay-per-view today in the background while I was cooking, and it just there's so many little things you pick up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Vince is so gone, and it's so much better. They're talking about the I Quit match, and they're talking about the great legendary I Quit match. Corey Graves is like, and perhaps the most memorable and greatest of all happened nearly 30 years ago between Magnum T. Haig and Tully Blanchard for the U.S. title. And I'm just going, oh, this is what I've been fucking waiting for. Just little shit like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, you never would have heard that not long ago.
No.
Are there jackets shinier than their belts? Because that's wild.
I think their hair is shinier
Belts
than
are
their
very
belts.
shiny.
That is a Martin Short sketch on Saturday Night Live. The Jackie Rogers $1 million jackpot wad or something. It's really, really funny.
Jackie
That's what he
Rogers
looks-
Jr. He does look like
Jackie Rogers Jr. with Christopher Guest. That's an all-time great sketch, man. Chocolate babies.
And Tim's is the partner of Eric Embry.
Okay, it's Ken Tim.
Already said. This looks like it was the only match that the Rock and Rolls wrestled in the territory, though.
Mhm.
January 28th, 1984.
So that must have been a big show, and they brought in some outside talent.
Yes.
Mhm.
I don't have the exact stadium, but the attendance was apparently 4,700.
It's not bad.
Not too
Look like
bad.
a big crowd on the island last night. Hey, Boogie.
2000. Absolutely fantastic.
That's crazy.
I
Wow.
I don't know if it's shoe 2000.
some people that I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one way or the other, it's super impressive, and it looked pretty full. But it was funny because I knew some people that were making their guesses, and I'll just say I was the highest person because I knew that they were going to crack.
Okay, what does that
for
what does that
sure.
have to do with the guesses?
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, but I was also like, I was just like, I believe in them. I think they'll have a good house, and and lo and behold, way better than a lot of people had thought.
Yeah.
But and good and well deserved because I like what they book.
Me too.
Where did they run? Where was the show?
Hockey arena.
In
I'm sure you'll be
Victoria?
able to pull it up.
Yeah.
The Save on Food? That would be.
I don't think it was that one because that
Yeah,
was
because
like
that's
more
for junior hockey.
for junior hockey. Yeah.
So they're really going all in on this New Zealand hatred because Emery and Tim's also have New Zealand on their
what
tights.
the hell?
I wondered
Stick to the
about that because I was
NWO.
like, do the sheepherders just not like also not like Mexicans and therefore Manny Hernandez by that equality, or is Tim Brooks like in with them? I was like, why? What's this? The international hatred? Like, I guess that's that's
No,
heels. though.
surprisingly, the New Zealander guys think Killer Tim Brooks an asshole because they they're like,
That's funny. Hey, you crossed the line, man.
yeah.
And Chicky
man's a
Star's
war
a
veteran.
There's Chicky Star. We got Chicky
baby
Star.
face.
Babyface Chicky Star is
Yeah.
something to see.
I mean, he was a baby face in Puerto Rico too. They kind of
But-
did like a Bruno Larry thing with him when he turned heel.
Right.
But he's
right.
mostly known as, of course, a heel in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to seeing heel Chicky Star in bloodbaths.
Yeah. No, apparently the turn in Puerto Rico was really well done. I've never seen it. I've just heard about it.
Who's this guy? Any idea?
No,
I hate his tights. They're the
it-
worst.
A few wrestlers at the time had similar.
Yes.
tights.
That vertical does no good for anybody.
No, they're horrible.
It's like Chris Carter.
Yeah, All American Chris Carter.
Yeah.
Until he
Looks
turns
like one of
heel.
those like the Pepsi balls that you had in gym class as a kid.
Yes.
Like unless your gimmicks that you're a barber, maybe. Maybe Brutus kind of. I'm surprised Brutus never had barber pole tights that I could ever think of.
Yeah. It looks like a Little League opening day banner. That could be his gimmick. He goes around. He wrestles at Little League opening days.
Hard finding opponents, I imagine, in the territory scene.
It's always the
Yeah,
same
I can't go to those.
Yeah.
1984 was
In the
basically the
Texas,
end
yes.
of this territory too, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
One
this is-
show in 1985. And that was it.
Wow. So this is their dying days, and it's still pretty
Yeah.
fucking entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I mean, this is it? I don't know if this is meant to be a studio
It's
type
yeah, it is.
thing here
It's
at
a
the
studio
end. They're
show.
here
Yeah.
for this, yes. And then to draw that like at that outdoor show. Like, I don't know if you're getting a free ticket with admission or what, but still. Tilt-a-whirl's a lot of fun too, man.
Again, I'm fascinated as to like the extent of this New Zealand mafia. So with these two guys who aren't from New Zealand.
I know. Strange.
Maybe you could use some help in the real estate game, lads.
A bleach blonde. And this was such a old thing by this point, the bleach blonde
Right.
eel or bleach blonde tag team. Eel
Oh.
tag
Hot
team.
stepping.
Yep.
The guy who was interviewing at the beginning. Who is this?
Cheeky Star,
Chicky
hot
Star.
step, and turn it up.
Chicky Star.
Oh, Harry Kimber reaches in and snatches Chicky Star. Here comes Tony Falk in to help out. As all
Snatching
Have we
Chicky,
seen Chicky Star
snatching,
before?
okay, snatching
We have.
Chicky.
Star.
Okay,
That's a good
snatching
title.
Chicky Star sounds like a late '90s romantic comedy.
Yes.
is going after Falk.
Yeah, Travis, we saw him, if you remember that cage match from Puerto Rico
Oh,
for
wow.
the Iron Sheik's tribute show.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a war game style,
Right.
the
Holy
Great
shit.
War. Anyway,
Yes.
Chicky Star was in that
Right.
Oh,
Thank
right,
you.
right.
because he was the leader of the heels.
Hmm.
Chicky's Sports Club.
I really like him, man.
Chicky Sports Club. That's great.
Yeah, let's find some more Chicky Star. Look at that.
Oh, where's
that
Nobody's
fucking
there.
kid? Oh, 'cause they-
Nobody's there. Oh, that's right. He's been
They piled up,
paralyzed.
like-
Sir,
Sir, I'm sorry.
He can't walk no more.
They just came in to serve a warrant on that guy.
That was so funny.
Sir,
Chicky's
sir,
gonna pull this off. No, oh, look at that! Come on,
sir,
tap.
you're in
Tap.
violation. You know what you did at opening day at Little League. You took you within 200 feet of these children.
It's a
You're gonna have to come with us, sir.
year-long story. The only way they can.
You don't
keep
see
him
people
around.
get taken out of tag matches like this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought that was kind of incredible. You don't
Come
see
on,
that a
Chicky.
lot.
Chicky's got to pull this.
Chicky's desperate attempt for a tag to the guy who was being taken away was amazing.
Help me, Phantom of the Arena. Like my partner's
Oh,
gone.
okay. Brett Sawyer's there.
Yeah, fresh out of the shower too.
Yep. Who's brand new there, by the way. They said this Brett
Yes.
Sawyer debuted tonight.
Getting him started. You know, he's got a story if he
Yeah.
whether he joins the match or not.
Always thought he was
Yeah.
a horrible babyface, Brett Sawyer. He looks like an asshole. And I think in real life he was a total
Oh,
douchebag.
yeah, him and his brother.
Him and his brother was a psychopath.
Oof.
Oh, the referee's allowing it.
Those bell bottoms.
Those bell bottoms look pretty dope. I got to give Brett Sawyer.
1984 though, Brett.
Yes.
We're pushing it on that.
Yes.
The
Yes.
expiry date.
Hey, a Jolly Jumper too. Man, this is hilarious.
Hey.
The way he's dominating it.
Brett Sawyer was keeping it real. He realized bell bottoms were cool. He knew they'd come back eventually.
We're
Did
just
they?
gonna keep wearing
They
it.
did.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh,
boom.
Easy powers.
1, 2,
Okay,
3.
so that counts. Sure,
Yeah,
whatever.
come on. That's nonsense. I want to Chicky deserved that victory. Man.
That's
That
right.
kid.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
But that is how you get over the new hot baby face. You're right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you do.
I guess, but it was just
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. These people don't know who. A lot of these people don't know who Brett Sawyer is.
it's just
That makes
weird the way they
Joe
just
Blanchard just
added
so
him to
biased.
the match. Where's the oh, by the way, we've just received word that your original partner will not walk again.
Oh, we had
But
two
still, welcome
serious
back.
injuries tonight.
Yes.
Broken arm and a broken neck.
Montreal's like, doesn't anybody care about my partner anymore? Yeah, exactly. They're just taking out.
But I had a
partners.
great debut, right, guys?
Yeah.
It's like X-Force when Milligan and Allred took over. They just started killing off characters.
Good one.
And it's also funny they do go to all this trouble to debut Brett Sawyer as the hot new thing,
Yeah.
and they're out of business within 2 months or something, right?
Maybe by a little longer than that.
This
guy's gonna turn it
How much
around.
money
Made you
did they
this for
spend on this
Father's Day.
plaque? They got him a plaque. They said
That's
he's
it.
brand new here.
We
They
just
also
wanted to
got
say
him-
They're treating him like-
you.
This is the best they could get at this point.
Where's he
Holy shit.
pointing that?
from
Hilarious.
Mr. G's.
It's a local pizzeria here in San Antonio. This is such a crazy territory, man.
Yeah. I love that Madrill's
I
there too.
love it.
I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, there's a few familiar faces.
Yeah. Right. So you're treated like the second coming of Christ coming into the territory. Oh, and now this guy. And now this motherfucker. This is the proverbial cherry on top of the sundae.
Yes. Eating up's an old man.
Is he?
This could be the. I saw a name.
It's a fake Kamala
Voodoo
gimmick.
something. Yeah,
Voodoo.
He was on the card that the Rock and Rolls were on. It must be him. He wrestled Bruiser Brody in the main event.
What was his name?
Voodoo. Let me see. I'll get it back up here.
This guy wrestled Bruiser Brody
in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Well, I'm assuming this is him. I don't have a picture. I just have a name. Voodoo
So not
Malumba.
Kamala, he's Alabama.
Shame
Malumba.
on you,
Malumba.
Kelly, for assuming
Malumba.
that.
Voodoo Malumba. Holy shit.
It's just Kamala ripoff.
Oh yeah, totally. But
With the music playing.
he's kind of spooky. He's got those white streaks in his hair.
Oh, okay. I know who he was. He wrestled as Big Red in the 70s.
Oh, that's Big
remember
Red.
him in Detroit? Yeah.
Oh, that's Big Red. Okay.
Big Red.
It's called, and his finishing move was called the Holy Ghost Splash.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I'm a fan. Voodoo Malumba, is that it?
Yeah, Voodoo Malumba.
The mouthful. It's like this guy's interviewing the other interviewer.
It sounds
The
sounds like
Spanish
a
guy.
dance.
Can I get a word in? What's it like? What's it like talking to Al McGraw? What's it like talking to Al McGraw right now?
What a territory.
Hilarious.
God.
Well done, Johnny.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just picked at random too.
Yeah, this one just completely at random. And but again, thanks to our boy, Classic Wrestling Stuff, man. He's my favorite YouTube account to just watch stuff not for the show. It's great.
Oilers won 8-1. Wow. James got a fun one to go to.
What's the score?
The Oilers won 8-1.
Oh, okay.
8-1. It was 6 last time I checked. My God. Good for them.
Hopefully we'll see if Florida can put it away at home.
Yeah, I don't think I'm probably not going to game 7 on that one.
I don't think so. But who knows? After
it's been done before in the
such a bounce,
finals.
right.
1942.
And it was a Canadian team.
Yes, Toronto.
All right. I think we can probably just go to the next one, which is our.
Turn this up.
All right.
Crank it.
Hey, give me an extra large pizza with pepperoni, mushrooms, and extra cheese.
Hey, Hitman.
That's a good order.
For only a toonie.
Yeah, I want to crack the cardboard.
Bonus points for the toonie mention.
He's so mad.
Yes.
This was for
Crack the cardboard. What kind of terrible pizza is this?
No, I used to have a lot of respect for that
pizza. I've had it. It's okay.
That was James'
okay.
impression.
All right, we haven't gone back in time to the 50s for a while, and
Nice.
we might want to keep the volume up just a little so we could catch some definite Russ Davis-isms because we've got midget wrestling in the 50s.
Wow.
And guess who one of these guys is? When you see it, it's going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
Little Beaver.
Little Beaver, yeah. Oh, yeah, he was way back. He was one of the original midgets.
So how old was Little Beaver when he got squashed by King Kong Bundy in 87?
Well, that'd be 30 plus years.
He was in his 50s?
After this. Oh, yeah, he may have been in his 60s.
Jesus Christ. That's what grabbed my eye. And also, this is, we'll see how, if there's any silliness in this.
Moose with a great line. I haven't seen Little Beaver for months. We love you, buddy. Hopefully that changes in the next little while.
Here we go.
Because this match is kind of long. And from what I've seen, it's a lot of it is being worked scientifically.
Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he must
Yeah,
have been
straight down
really
the middle.
young.
I love it.
He was born in 1934.
Wow.
So yeah, he'd have been
Wow.
only like 20 here. Crazy.
Thumb as a dwarf.
And he was, of course, French Canadian.
Hmm.
Little Beaver.
And of course, the other
Quebec.
guy's Tom Thumb.
I
Tom
know.
Thumb. And there must have been a
The
million
Tom Thumb.
Tom Thumb wrestlers.
Beaver wrestles barefooted.
Great lockup. Great takedown so far. Like,
In your recent fan mail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure this will be a well-worked match.
If he retired, no. Al still wrestles. You'll see him quite often. Whenever they find somebody that is so rough. and
What do you know
tough,
about Tom
they
Thumb?
get Al out.
I
Johnny
don't know
Nelson.
anything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Oh, I know the
Come on,
the
man. You
historical,
call yourself a historian?
the P.T. Barnum attraction.
Yeah.
A little bit
I
about that.
love
No pun
love
intended.
this. I love this 1950s crowd just
So cool.
sitting
Tom Thumb.
and sitting there and being respectful to this one woman right behind here who can't help but laugh at what she's
Yeah.
looking at.
Mhm.
It's funny, just a couple of nights ago, my wife and I watched The Shadow of the Thin Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
And it has a extended scene inside at a wrestling show.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I've never seen a Thin Man film.
Oh really? They're all good.
I've heard,
I mean,
yeah,
I haven't
they're
seen
great.
all of them, but that's the fourth one. I
I've-
believe.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen that one? It's the fourth out of six. Yeah, we'd seen the first 3 years ago, and then they're on YouTube, so we watched
Cool.
it. But anyway, yeah, I can't remember who the
wrestlers
wrestlers
jumped
were.
up there. It's fantastic.
Might be allergic to midgets, I don't know.
That was the line I wanted you guys to hear. Wonderful.
Yes.
I don't know with this referee. He might be allergic to midgets. I don't know. Allergic to midgets. That's going on the list. We'll give the
wow.
we'll give
Yeah,
the credit.
what
We'll give the credit to
Thank you.
Russ Davis.
Nip under on it. Just hung on to his headlock. Brother Tom Thumb is
Little Beaver here looks fucking jacked and like
Mhm.
he's a good looking guy too.
Mhm.
I'm so used to seeing him as like an old man.
Yeah, pot
Yeah, it's
belly.
like got that
Yeah, the
pop
big-
belly. Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, that was 30 years
Yeah, he's
later.
in great shape.
I mean,
Yeah, he was just a baby here.
got a big voice.
and Tom Thumb too, man. Look, he is
Not too bad.
fucking yoked.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine these-
some weird faces in that. crowd.
Yeah.
'Cause they're responding to it in different ways.
You know, imagine some of these people, you know, when they're watching wrestling years later with their grandkids or whatever, and they're doing all the midget bullshit with biting the guys' asses and stuff. This is all bullshit. Back in my day, Tom Thumb and Little Beaver went out there and
yeah.
fought like men.
They main evented at Madison Square Garden. Where is this? Is Chicago?
Chicago, yeah. International Amphitheater, I believe. Famous venue for wrestling.
Can't break it.
Yeah, this is, of course, the famous Chicago Film Archives.
Right.
One of
There's
the
tons.
one of the great discoveries when this
Yeah.
when this stuff all dropped. I remember we lost our minds. We're just like,
Mhm.
this is insane because everything looked like $1 million too.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
And full length matches, yeah. Of course, the famous Thez Gagne match.
That's Gagne match, yeah.
Molly loves the old stuff. Hey, Johnny.
Have a couple of wrist locks.
Who?
I thought, or Maggie, pardon me. I can hear her barking in the back.
Yeah, that's not Meg. I was about to say we're dog sitting the neighbor's young dog
Oh,
right now,
cool.
and he's a little barky up there.
So many times, then it's gonna break, kid.
Get your ass out of the ref.
Get your
the
sack
way.
out of my face.
That's called the in the business. That's called the bob shot.
That's right. Sit down while you work. Never stand if it's
Oh yeah, okay, everyone's home.
that's good for it.
Yeah. I like that a lot. This is awesome. Yeah, he's doing exactly what
Okay.
Briscoe
Mhm.
what Briscoe was doing earlier.
I like that. That's
Mhm.
I you don't see a lot of that.
No,
Yeah.
the working of holds in these old matches is great because they actually, struggle and they just
Lean
don't
into it.
sit in it. Yeah.
Yeah, the armor care is incredible. Yeah, there's, that's definitely the benefit of it being a longer match too. Is you know stuff that people can usually burn through in a match in less than 30 seconds. You can just do the longest, best version of it, like just
Mhm.
holding the hammer lock like this for like a solid minute because
Mhm.
it's you got 23 other ones to fill, but it's just so they're just 100% committed to it, which is just
Mhm.
beautiful.
And usually they'll sell the arm or whatever for the rest of the match too, so it actually
Mm,
means something.
yeah,
Wonder what they're
which I
taking
mean,
it.
with some of the stuff Little Beaver's doing here, I can't imagine his arm is going to be feeling good. Like,
Yes,
there's probably
yes.
some legitimate
Yeah.
pain going on here. Oh, okay. We definitely 100% know who the heel is now. If there was no doubt. Huh?
No, your nose is still on. Little Beaver. This is the longest telephoto lens we've got, kid.
Come on. I mean, just cheap. Cheap jokes. I expect nothing less from that. What's his name again?
Russ Davis. He's one of the
Russ
he's,
Davis.
he's one of the greats of the golden age of television, Travis.
Great / awful. Especially the women's matches. He's just terrible at those.
The announcing in the 50s is it can be
honestly,
cringy.
honestly, I could put all that aside and go, if it was the 50s and I'm watching this, what would I think of this guy? And I think, hey, this is funny. For of its time, it's funny. Nothing's like overtly hateful. It's just like
Sure. Well, just underlying systemic, you might say.
Yeah, he does just old corn pone fucking jokes and shit that aren't appropriate now.
I know.
Well, get
Tainted
used to it
tribute.
because next Mystery Titans is going to be an all black and white special, or at least I
Nice,
believe.
that's right.
Is it
Nice.
Sean? It's Sean next time.
John, yeah.
Yeah, I got a playlist good to go for.
Cool.
With one exception, one color match.
Oh, of course. I think I know who.
Yeah, we talked about
Probably
this.
see him a little later.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Great.
Oh my God.
What?
See what I mean?
Yeah, pretty funny.
Checking there with thumb about pulling toes.
It's like the same voice you see in like the old Disney nature videos or nature films. Now the skunk doesn't like it when you get into its habitat.
Mr. Thumb is not going to be denied.
Mr.
That's a good title right there, too.
Yes, I was just about to.
Where are we on that one, Moose?
Mr. Thumb is not to be denied. Russ Davis with 2 already.
Good gosh. Please
The refs
remove your giant posterior from the hard cam.
And you know he's wearing boxers, so those big old nuts are just swinging.
Yes.
It's just
swinging.
fucking
I saw the
flapping
cigarette
in the
burns
breeze.
on the top there. I don't know if you guys caught it.
Yeah.
Defensively setting down, I
Yeah.
do like. Oh, he's
This
gonna
is
do
the
some
Love it.
jujitsu.
And Noki
Awesome.
strategy against Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, leg kick.
It's fascinating.
Next time he swings around, I just noticed Tom Thumb has a giant fucking pecker.
All right.
Holy shit. Wow.
I noticed that
the
within the
stereotype
first
is
second.
true. Jesus Christ.
That's what he's remembered for.
Flair would tell
Getting
stories
your-
about, what was it, Cowboy Lang? Flair would tell
Yeah,
stories about Cowboy
Cowboy.
Lang and his dick that went down to his ankles.
Tripod.
Yeah.
See Beaver trying to get Jesuits.
Tripod.
Only dab one. Not yet.
That was also Robert Fuller.
Right, of course. Fuller's Hog.
This little beaver.
It's been referenced many
Does
times.
anybody
Here.
know? Anybody here know, just out of curiosity, when it was just everybody decided, yeah, you can punch people, it's fine, because they got a problem with it here. Like they're trying to do no strikes here,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
but at a certain point, it's just like, yeah, just tee off.
Yes.
Just
I
I
think
can't see the roll of quarters in your hand.
Yeah.
First headlock.
I think it varied from territory to territory.
in a lot of these 50s matches, they always did the whole, it's going to be scientific, and then they
Mhm.
started
Yeah.
losing their temper a little bit, and then
Yeah.
fists
And I like that. I like that style of booking. Where you try to wrestle, but then you get frustrated because you keep getting shown up,
you keep getting beavered.
keep getting beavered.
See, there was crossover potential with this guy being on Leave It to Beaver. That was money. That was money left on the table.
If he doesn't have a cameo, I mean, the crossover's perfect, right?
Right.
Or to bring little.
I mean, come on, if Vader had nothing to do with a boy meeting a world, you know?
Freddie Blassie was on the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Right.
That's
true.
Hey,
Must have been other in the 50s and 60s.
I got to find that one. Was he on
Uh,
like the whole show or just?
I've just seen clips, so I don't know.
If there's
He's
a whole
wearing
episode.
a
power
belt.
bombs Dick Van Dyke through a table. It's incredible. It's really good.
If Freddie Blassie is like the main storyline of that episode, we're gonna do that.
Oh, that'd be
New Year's
incredible.
Eve.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like early 60s or whatever. Dick Van Dyke.
Or,
Did Herman Munster ever become a wrestler? Because we should watch that too. If he did, he must have. I'm gonna look that up.
Moose, you have all the episodes of what?
There was a shoulder lock. Reverse.
Dick Van Dyke.
Of the Dick Van Dyke. Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Body press.
You can track that
1962. Here it is on YouTube. It's only a minute long. But
Showing up front there.
Dick Van Dyke, he does.
it was
awesome.
the episode called "The Twizzle."
The Twizzle.
I'm assuming it was when the twist was. Yes, it is a new dance sensation that should have swept the nation.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go.
Oh,
whoa.
Beaver.
1, 2.
In fairness, it was a lot easier to pick up Tom Thumb for that body slam.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, I was right. And Herman Munster in the wrestling episode, his name is the Masked Marvel.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, wow.
There's lots of
Mhm.
clips. We'll be seeing those
Yeah.
in the future.
That's hilarious.
The bumpers for the black and white wrestling episode, perhaps.
Yeah, we could get some more clips.
That's
There
fantastic.
you
The
go.
movie Requiem for a Heavyweight ends with the boxer having to become a wrestler as like the sad ending that he's ended up as a wrestler.
I've been
Couldn't
asked,
work as a boxer anymore.
Justin, a guest friend of the show and former guest and guy on the scene, you know, Boogie, Justin Morissette does a ADHD VD. I'm going to do another episode with him, and we were talking about doing that one because you lent that, or you gave me that Criterion collection DVD, Kelly, right? Is that Requiem for a Heavyweight?
Oh, maybe I did. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've never watched it yet, and so
yeah.
that might be the one that we do. I think that'd be a good choice.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
The-
Rod Serling. wrote the
Which one?
script.
The original TV movie or the one they did later?
No, the one with Anthony Quinn is the one I've seen. Isn't it Anthony Quinn with Mickey Rooney and
I'm trying to.
Mickey
One
Rooney's
so.
like the manager?
But the original one they did on Playhouse 90.
Yeah,
was
you could probably get a copy of that, but no, the one I've seen is the one from it was the early 60s.
Was it Rod Steiger in that one?
I don't know if Steiger's in it. I want to
I'd
say
like to think
Jackie
that there's a
Gleason?
scene where the boxer's like, "You're telling me that the punches could have been fake the whole time. Like that's the big emotional shift of the movie. I could have, you guys could have been pulling your punches the whole time. I didn't have to have all this CTE.
Wasn't that the whole knock on, like, was it like Primo Carrera because he had been a boxer, and then like, oh, now he's
Yeah, that's
now
who
he's
it was
washed
based.
up and he's a wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah, or
Oh.
Joe Lewis, maybe
Holy
more
shit.
Oh,
specifically.
nice.
The pace of
Nice.
this match.
Oof. Boom. This is it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That was a great
Yeah.
airplane spin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Beaver,
awesome.
Beaver.
Yes.
Airplane
Yeah, just-
spin, body splash, go home. That was great.
Just imagine if he had been this age during the Attitude Era.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. It's,
Criswell.
like, you know.
It's Criswell from Ed Wood.
Looks like it.
I believe I lost to that little guy.
Oh, gee, I'm a
Totally.
bad
Almost
boy.
thought the referee was
Two more
smoking a
burns
cigarette.
on the way up.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
long con.
okay.
The long con continues.
Nice.
Snake fit. Oh man,
Wow.
Check out
Jake
that-
in his
check out that
Miami
outfit on Jake.
Vice.
So
Miami
Boogie,
Vice
ever
Took
since
words right out of my mouth.
yeah. Ever since Killer Khan passed away, I don't know if I told you or not, but we try to have him on every show. And there's a lot of
Fantastic.
footage out there.
Yeah.
Sometimes a match, sometimes an
Hey.
angle, sometimes
We're going to do it
that's-
until there's no more Killer
That's-
Cons footage.
Every video on YouTube, Killer Con.
Yeah.
Dude, I've already dipped into Daily Motion to see what they got.
There's
Awesome.
going to be a lot of WWF out there.
Yeah. What up, Ass on Fire? Good to see you.
Uh-oh. And now Jake is a full baby face here, too.
Yes, yeah, this was post WrestleMania 3.
I thought this was going to be that famous one with that where there's
Yeah,
footage of
there
people.
there
cheering.
isn't footage though, or
Yeah.
it's never surfaced where he DDTs him.
Right. And he gets a pop, right? A babyface pop. Or so the
Yeah.
story goes.
Yeah, and in the match they were supposedly chanting DDT, DDT.
Wow.
Oh, brother, there was a time I was going to be on the snake
There he
pit with
is.
Jake, and I said, hey, brother, I really think you ought to wear this
easy
outfit.
there.
I got it from my friend Don Johnson.
Was he-
Oh, you really straightened my snake there, Mr. Cons.
Trying to escape.
We
I've
saw
already-
this.
We've
we saw
already
this
killed
promo
5
already.
of those this month. So this is gonna
We
kill
all-
me with another
Yes. Just
python.
yanks it up. Notice they have to shoot everything from up there. Oh my god! I think I just
Jake's
tore the head
totally
off that thing.
distracted. Damn it! That cost me 5
Yeah,
grand.
everything about Jake right now says cocaine. Look at that.
Yeah,
Every-
totally. That snake is gone. The dark side of Khan. Is there a light side of Khan? The lighter side of Khan. There it is. Nice. Yes. Attaboy.
Wow, that was one of the best mistings I've seen.
Yeah.
He really
Wasn't
got
it?
him.
He just walks right up to him and just boom, explodes in his fucking face.
Yeah.
And Jake's got to act all concerned.
Uh,
See, if it was a different
Moose,
territory,
Moose
he
is saying, "Oh
wouldn't
no,
do this.
Hogan's in blackface."
It was green, brother, not
Even
black.
more
Yeah.
so. Even
Yeah.
more
It's
so.
the one
Just
time he's
watching
not
this
lying.
Furious.
No. This is.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
say if I'm Jake, I'm trying to ruin my white.
Oh
suit
yeah,
right
I
now.
know. Hopefully Vince paid. For it.
Hopefully will you cover me. Facts. I never
Vince
said
is
it
off
covered me.
camera going, use your jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Use your goddamn
Fantastic.
jacket.
That's fantastic.
Cheeks
What a
reaction.
great clip, man. Fuck, we are killing you. What a
Oh,
great.
Gorilla Gino's there.
That's-
That's
Gino's
gotta be
up
serious.
there. That's
I took a
fantastic.
lot of time with this one.
That's cheap fucking snakes.
And
Oh,
changed
good.
right up until yesterday. I made editing changes. Oh, here we go.
Commercials.
We've seen this commercial many times because this
Humpty's
is
egg
like a-
place.
this is there's our buddy Eddie Whalen, the original Wild Eyes,
And there's
and,
his father's.
there's
his
the
father's.
spatula, the
spatula.
spatula. We're certain the Hart family
You
spatula
can really taste the
that
ketchup.
Jericho's talked about before.
It's a Calgary institution, Humpty's egg place.
Yeah.
Or was.
I
don't know
remember
if it
going.
still
Yeah, I don't think
exists.
it's still around. But
It was
be
like
it'd be a
It
great
was
place
always-
for
Danny's.
late night eats. Yeah,
Okay,
It
Well,
always
Wrestling
makes sure he
USA.
could eat free on the road, huh?
yeah,
All restaurants.
right.
okay. So a few months ago, we watched the very first ever Pro Wrestling USA show, and I wanted to dip back into those. And like the first two were like hosted in Memphis, and so we watched one of those. This is one of the ones hosted by Crockett,
Oh yeah, you can
but
tell.
also still featuring some people from the other promotions, and Tony Schiavone as the ring announcer.
Schiavone,
Wow.
jeez
Terrible
Louise.
cummerbund.
This would have been right when he started.
Dude, I was in high school when going to prom where cummerbund was the look. That's what everybody did. I always thought it looked stupid. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get a vest. I always insisted on a vest. Because you
I'm
know what? I was
surprised
a
you
rebel,
wouldn't
Travis.
be like, "Oh, I get a gold one. It looks like a championship." You know?
Yeah. Or his tie-dyed one.
Yeah, a gold one.
Is
Tie-dye.
what's this?
You should have had the
55?
tie-dyed cummerbund.
Tie-dye
See, you
cummerbund.
missed
I
out.
wouldn't do
That's
it.
a good-
I wouldn't do it. I
That's a
cummerbunds
good
look
title.
stupid
That's a
no
good
matter what it
title.
is.
Yeah.
That's a
That's the
great
name of-
band name. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good name for Johnny's biography.
What's that?
Tie-dyed cummerbund.
The John Hedgefeth saga.
I love it.
Hey, Mumbles.
Yeah, so I was wondering who that. I thought it was a Dick Tracy character. Oh, so we got Gordon Soley again.
Oh yeah. So again, this is Pro Wrestling USA, where all these promotions teamed up to try to put on a show to combat Vince, and this is '84. So you got Lawler. You don't have David Crockett on commentary for this. They're getting Gordon Soley, and they've got guys like Lawler and a few others who don't wrestle in down south or in Crockett. Down there wrestling for Crockett as part of this very doomed to fail from the start franchise that nevertheless, I went to 2 or 3 live shows and it was awesome. It was like all the stars of the AWA, the NWA, and occasionally people from other promotions. It ruled.
This was kind of territory forbidden door for the time, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, so all the promoters were like, "Fucking Vince, we need to get even with him. We're gonna team up." And
and go to his territory.
Go into his territory. See, and of course, it being wrestling in the '80s and wrestling in general, none of these people are going to be able to get along because they're all in competition with each other as well. And it was doomed to failure, and eventually just became an AWA show.
Yeah, on ESPN.
It's alive, but they'd still do these super cards like in New Jersey with everybody, like 4-hour super cards with everyone you could imagine from all the different promotions. And from like, I saw the best live midget match I ever saw. There was like little Tokyo versus somebody, and they didn't do any of the bullshit. They wrestled a straight hard hitting match.
Because wasn't it for like the midgets world title?
Yeah, it was for the midget world title.
Yeah. So it had to be a scientific match.
It's in the NWA rules in the charter.
Yeah. Like to know the lineage of that.
Me too.
James just texted me, all caps. This is fucking crazy.
I'm sure it is.
8-1. Yeah, he's forgiven. I just told him friendship ended as soon as he said he got tickets.
And Gordon Soley's on commentary.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It really is a mix of all the territories.
Yeah. Well, dude, if they're like, all the promoters working together, we're going to be like, sorry, David, we can't have you be the lead announcer.
Yeah.
There it is.
Good call. Wow. Hockey pin, too.
Was there someone playing David Manning?
No.
In Iron Claw?
No, I don't think so.
No, thank God.
Well, I was gonna say one thing I really liked in Iron Claw is their use of the font that matched the world class footage back in the day. I thought that was really, really cool.
This is where I put my weed.
Is that the Knight Rider? Oh,
yeah, it's the Knight Rider.
Fuck, you have to be a rich kid to roll.
Yeah,
out
yeah,
one of
yeah. I didn't. Even the rich kids I knew didn't have one of these.
those. Yeah, man, this footage is not the best. It's like we're watching a Nintendo game about Knight Rider.
Oh well. I mean, where else are you gonna?
Hello.
Uh,
The world of
Hello.
acetylene welding.
He's like that Simpsons character.
totally, yes. Definitely, he's a villain.
This is an
Yeah,
advertisement.
he's
for
teaching how to
welding school.
break into safes.
Yes.
Submerged arc, semi-automatic, even plasma cutting.
Hey, our YouTube fans out there, you know what? If you haven't really found your way in life,
Thanks.
maybe you
Hey,
should pay
Nora's
attention.
here, you guys.
You should pay attention to this. Hey, Nora.
Hey, Nora.
Told her to bring me some spicy chips, and she delivered. She's in her PJs.
Evening to show you through the Apex shops. talk
Oh, it's
about
Apex. I remember Apex.
the entitled to for
Apex Tech. It was for dummies. I mean, you know, it was like, hey, are you even sitting around with no job and no education? Come to Apex Tech and learn how to get a job. Oh God, I remember those fucking those ads.
373.
So this is northeast
Yep, I saw the
TV.
area code. I just saw the area
Yeah.
code. Mr. Goodbyes. I remember Mr. Goodbyes.
Union Road,
Uh-huh.
Hudson Street.
At what point does he tell you that the business also function as a he's a hitman?
Yeah.
Mr. Goodbyes. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
I love
When
it,
the
love
shop
it.
closes, the hitman shop opens.
Mr. Goodbyes.
Mr. G.
Diets, powders, pills. Still, my weight's been up and down like a.
Oh my God, these all commercials.
Okay, what?
So
I'm thinking
AIDS.
so-
AIDS?
I'm gonna take AIDS.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. This is probably literally came out before the epidemic began.
Well, I mean, it was known by this.
Oh no,
time.
they must have known
I
by
was-
this
Yeah.
time.
If I remember correctly, I think they tried to get the CDC to change the name of the disease because it was hurting them.
Wow. Hilarious.
I don't think they lasted too much longer.
Oh, they did. It's so funny. Don Sanders looks very impressive here.
Rocky King.
Rocky
On
King
the-
is giving him the business.
Our guy Rocky King.
Yeah, we haven't seen. Good to see Rocky again.
Rocky King rocking the
Jerry curls.
Jerry curls today. Soul Glow.
It's always funny seeing, people who are like superstars, but they have to job. You see this all the time where it's like Rocky King is in incredible shape. His look is like he's put together.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like, yeah, you're not there yet. You're gonna have to get your ass kicked by the Kolovs.
Mhm.
It's like Rick Rude. It's like the most insanely jacked man you've ever seen losing in 2
Right.
minutes.
In his early days in Vancouver, even.
We're
You're
just
right, especially Ricky Rod.
Ricky, yeah.
in our ongoing watch of Crockett 85. We're at a point now where Rocky King is given a bit of a push as one of Jimmy Valiant's street people in his feud against Cornette in the Midnight Express. And
Right
he's like,
on.
my man, Rocky King, and I'm taking him under my wing. And then it lasts for a week and you don't see Rocky King ever again. and
Man,
he's basically replaced by superstar Billy Graham and Ronnie Garvin in a dress
Good call.
as Miss Atlanta.
oh, is that where? Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
this was where he was feuding with the Horsemen, and I wonder if Ronnie Garvin pitched that or if they suggested it. Like, I
The
think
story is
so
he
funny.
pitched it. The story is he pitched it and he loved doing it.
Hey, more power to you. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
one over on Ric Flair, brother.
Well, the one with I'm more familiar with the feud with Cornette because it's great.
Right. Oh, sorry. Yes, in the Midnights. Yeah.
Yeah, because Cornette's whole thing is he never says, "Hey, that's Ronnie Garvin in a dress." He says, "Hey, who's this fucking drag hooker that you dragged off the street? Just
Who's
calls
this
her a
beautiful,
whore."
beautiful woman who keeps beating me up?
And maybe he's getting a hard on about it. This whole feud is so bizarre. The street people.
Like, I just love that it's like that Hands of Stone, like probably one of the hardest hitting guys in the territory at the time, was like, let's mix it up. Let's
Hey, if
have
you're
some fun with it.
look, if you're gonna if you're gonna go out and drag and you know, and pimp yourself out there, you better have a good right hook, you know, to deal with the fucking
Yeah,
douchebags.
commit to it.
Who's the manager on the outside?
I don't know.
was
For
that-
some reason, well,
that's
that
Andor.
it's not. I don't think it's Skandor. It's KC,
Oh, and he's with the Russians.
but only for this because
Just for
he's an
Pro
AW
Wrestling USA.
because he's an AWA guy. Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah, it is. You're right. It is Casey.
and this is when Nikita first debuted.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and they're wearing all black. That
Yeah, all
was-
black and stuff.
Yeah, that was usually all red and crap. Wow. Because yeah, this would be maybe still 84, late 84.
Oh, this is 84, definitely.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He keeps using that top rope against the throat.
Love when people, because you just don't see that anymore. Just a
Well,
push, throw it
That's
into
how
the
Brady.
top
That's how
rope.
Brady Malibu defeated Tommy Chan at Get the Funk Out.
Yes,
like it's,
it's
it's like not cheating, but it's cheap.
Yeah.
Peel back the curtain a little bit.
That's why it's
Lance came up with that finish. Lance Storm. If
Yeah, I like the way that
likes to
Brady
name drop
did
that
it.
guy. Uh-huh.
Yeah, of course. I like that because, as I understand, he was on the outside and he pulled Tommy
Right.
from the outside, kind of downwards to onto it. Yeah, that's just, that's like a really realistic way to like. I mean,
it's like veteran savvy kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, if you're not careful, Tommy's gonna start talking like he's got like gravel in his mouth, like he's like Lumba, like. Whip and a punch. What more do you need?
Oh, there's
Good
Tommy
grannies
Young.
there.
Yeah, Tommy's there.
Tommy Young, of course. Hey,
Of course,
only the
it's a
best.
Nikita
Only the
match.
best in pro wrestling. It's a Nikita match. He's definitely there for a Nikita match. I swear, it's the only time I ever had to touch one.
Whoa.
This is so
Was
bizarre.
Pro Wrestling USA like? Did it have a moment where it felt like it was going to be something?
No.
Well, maybe when Slaughter
that,
came in, and they did that huge show. In
that Dick
Maryland.
Murdoch finish that I love, man.
Yeah,
I love that.
No, I know it. Yeah, there were like, if you, listening to the magazines, it was going to be the big fucking deal, but just watching some of the shows and stuff, and knowing there's no way these people are going to be able to actually work together, and that's exactly what happened. No one ever felt like, because at that time, even in '84, McMahon felt like he was on his way.
Well, he had the celebrities. That was the key.
That was before WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, yeah, Cindy
look who's
Lauper.
here, baby.
Yeah, you had that.
I just drove here in Bigfoot, the monster truck.
I want that that sign that says Pro Wrestling, that fake television that has Pro Wrestling USA painted on it. I'll put that in the corner. Dude, did you guys see that?
You should find this whole set like Kramer did with the Merv Griffin thing and set that up behind you.
Did you guys see that Boston Nuga, who I know, and he was at the Dean show?
Ben Zani.
Yeah, he got the Tommy Rich flag.
Did he?
Really?
Someone made him the Tommy Rich flag, and he got it.
You got to talk to. Well, ask him where he got it. That's awesome, man.
Beautiful.
Ben's the best. He's got a podcast going again.
Right.
At the on the No So.
No So. Yeah.
So that means no. Now I'm like, fuck. I wanted to be the first guy to get that. Now he beat me. But now I still want it, so I still want mine. But now my mission is that Iron Sheik Iranian flag with the airbrushed Ayatollah on it. That's
a good one,
the one I want now.
Yeah.
See, who'll make that for me? Will someone make that for me?
And it plays for the confrontation between me and the Russian. And there are many great stars on this program today, many great athletes on this program.
Dusty's been talking for a while.
Mhm.
Let me show you how it's done, Jerry Lala, Jerry Jarrett.
That would have been an
Gagne.
interesting feud. Lawler and Rhodes.
He's got the Pro Wrestling USA T-shirt. I think a Pro Wrestling USA hat,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's the case, but I hope a Pro Wrestling USA track jacket.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be also all three.
Hey,
In at least 2 countries, drunk driving is considered serious enough.
I am
to be a
committed
criminal offense.
to this
Some
cause.
go that far.
oh, this is okay. This is New York. This is WPIX Channel 11, one of the great channels of the pre-cable day out of New York. They had the Yankees games.
Ah,
Sunday at
That
3.
commercial, if anything, it just made me realize how good it must be to be a haberdasher.
Uh-huh.
Because I mean, that's like 200 hats right there. You know, like that's easy money, and those are quality hats. You know, they're big.
right.
It's
What
like,
is
oh, the
this?
cops! I got a big. Put my kids in
know.
college with hats.
Hey, Jim Brown. Oh, Lee Van Cleef.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cleve?
Was it
Yeah.
Silver?
El Condor.
Oh, it was
Blue-
2 movies. Yeah.
El Condor. is
Right.
that
Oh,
one.
Okay,
Blue
so-
Collar. It was Blue Collar, and then that. Okay. Who's this?
When your promo goes to a commercial break,
I'm not done yet, Daddy.
I got stuff to say.
I get such a nostalgia blast when we do find stuff that with the commercials that were from when I was watching a particular channel, like
Mhm.
like PIX or WOR or Channel 17. Like, every now and then it happens, and I'm just like,
Yeah, when we do Stampede stuff, we'll see like the 2 and 7
Bit
logo.
of 2 and 7. I was
Yeah.
gonna say we gotta find more 2 and 7 Stampede footage.
dude, if there's a goddamn Crazy Eddie ad on this, I will lose my mind.
And furthermore,
This is gonna go through another commercial break because I got
Listen,
this one has a few
Hey,
footnotes,
pontificate
so
about
pay
it.
attention.
listen, Daddy. There's only one way to compete with that little Vince McMahon thing. It's all the dreams,
it's
baby.
Dusty all the time.
Dusty all the time.
Same Dusty channel, same Dusty time.
I'm gonna call it a podcast. What do you think?
Oh, that's the coach from Florida who was Briscoe's manager, and he was the commentator for a long time. I always forget what his name was.
It was tough, but he did it. And I'll guarantee you one thing: when the coach tells you something about moves and holes in either the amateur ranks or in the pro ranks, you can take it as gospel. There's no question.
Yeah. And that coach's name, Joe Paterno.
When will Gordon Solie apologize for his comments?
I'm not going to apologize for shit.
Looks like Pete Rose.
Yeah, I'm about to get tombstone. I'm about to get tombstone.
That Lego.
How about
Lego
it?
hair.
The last time I was in this town, we kicked your ass.
Oh wow!
I guess what's going to happen to
Yeah.
this other
Nice.
this jobber right now?
Gonna be
He's gonna get prison locked.
tortured
Getting hit with that Saito suplex.
by Mr.
That
Torture.
dude, Saito's orange and blue robe rocks.
Mhm, yeah, really good.
So this is 84.
Yeah,
Is he about to go to jail?
yeah. So I was gonna say the clock is ticking on his freedom at this
Yeah, that-
point.
That
Just
night
like
he
it
hit
was with
Paul
Kenny.
Orndorff for craving hamburgers.
Kenny Patera.
Uh,
Well, it was.
oh yes, of course. Yes, my bad.
Yeah, I think Patera was right after the first WrestleMania. He went to jail.
Was that was Patera's fight at a Burger King or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Well,
both
the
of
fight
them.
happened in a hotel. The McDonald's is where they supposedly threw a boulder through the window because it was closed and they wouldn't
Yeah,
open up to give
they
them
threw
a
the boulder
Happy
through
Meal.
Saito and
and
Patera
Patera.
threw the
Yeah.
boulder through the window, and then got into a fight with a bunch of cops in their hotel room, and they went to jail.
Because the
Hell yeah.
cops got physically injured.
Oh yeah, they beat the shit out of like 8 cops.
Well,
including
one was a
female.
woman cop.
One was
that
a
got
woman
hurt,
too. Yeah.
But according to Ken Patera, it was the disgruntled McDonald's employee that
Yeah.
threw
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
boulder.
Yeah. A disgruntled McDonald's employee who.
And they just happened to be there at the same.
Uh-huh.
And then
Bobby
the
Heenan
coach
right.
and the judge
Heenan
was crooked.
right.
too.
Fuck you.
That damn crooked judge. It was on that one of Flair's old podcasts where
Oh yeah.
yeah, where the one reviewer said it was, if you believe Ken Patera's version of events, it was like a Kafka-esque nightmare.
300-pound pro wrestlers blaming like a 16-year-old who works at McDonald's for throwing a boulder through a window is incredible, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't really matter because it wasn't that they got in prison for. It was for the fight.
Well, right,
with the
it's
cops
beating
at
up on the
hotel.
cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got your Happy Meal right here, Kent. Somebody really mad at their boss.
Dusty's also on commentary right now too, because
Yeah.
if there's one thing we
Got the
know,
one-
if there's one thing we know,
Yeah.
listen, I was just thinking, Gordon, I think this show just needs a little bit more of one thing, Gordon. You know what I think it is? What is it, James? A little more dusty.
A little more stardust.
Whenever I'm not on the
baby.
screen, people should be asking, "Where's Dusty?"
That gives me an idea for Crockett for the next 3 years after.
Yeah, he cut promos on letters A through R, so he's just like, I'll get the rest on
I'm not
commentary.
done yet. I'm only halfway through the phone book.
And now who's commentating though?
That's
no. Is it the coach?
guy.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, probably.
Ernie Pantuso?
Yeah. Is there an Ernie Pantuso here?
That's you, Coach.
Speaking.
Ref, you can do more than tell him not to choke. You don't even have to count his pins.
No.
It's a-
Well, I guess you got him.
It's not a choke. It's a
Did it even-
legal hold.
Does he have him by
Oh,
the
is he doing like the Tonga death grip?
Yeah,
type
yeah,
deal, or
yeah.
like-
by the
Yeah.
traps? Yeah. Or what do you call those?
yeah. Yeah, I think the trap or yeah.
Trapezoids.
It's like
Trapezius?
It's a nerve. He's
Trapezius.
doing a nerve pinch.
Yeah.
Jackson Brown.
And there's so laid back.
Who, Jackson Brown or this crowd? Because Daryl Hannah will say he is not very relaxing to be around.
This is taking longer than I thought it would.
I know.
You took to dispose of the salmon.
Somebody get down there and tell Mr. Saito to go home, baby. Saito's go as soon as this match is over, he has to report to prison, so he's just stretching as long as he possibly can.
I think you nailed
can't
it.
go to
John.
prison if the match is still going.
Yeah.
That's the law, right? That's the law.
My counsel has advised me to no yob. Man, a lot of weird faces here tonight.
Dude, John Panette.
That's good.
Looks like in Big Trouble in Little China when that guy's face starts to blow up.
Okay, so my nephew, who I coach and I love dearly, he still loves to watch a lot of the cartoons that he liked when he was younger, and he's just now starting to move on to he's about to turn 14, right? And last night, his mom was doing something, and him and his dad sat him down and watched Deadpool with him, and I was like, "Is this the first filthy movie you guys have watched together?" And he's like, "Yep, that's what we're doing tonight." And earlier he said to me, he's like, "Hey, Gunkel, you know that show Invincible that I kind of saw over your shoulder?" And I'm like, yeah. He's like, "Oh, Rajat said it's really good. Do you think I should try to watch it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's great. Like, it's really violent." He's like, "Yeah, I don't care about that anymore." I'm like, "Can't go knock yourself out." It's awesome. The show's fantastic.
Once you see Deadpool, that will desensitize you to a lot of that stuff, anyways.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I get the gist of it. Oh, beautiful action replay.
Here we
Slow
go.
mo Saito suplex.
Murdered this guy.
There it is.
He murdered him.
Beautiful.
Hey,
Oh.
hey. It worked out. Somehow it worked out, baby.
Is this what's his name? Machida? The John Motormouth Machida without the mustache?
Oh, really? From the Micro Machine?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, no, it's not. Listen, if we don't get the kid this fucking computer.
Is that him? I don't know.
An Adam. It's an no. It's
An
Adam. An Adam
from
Coleco.
Coleco.
Came from Coleco.
Hello.
Interesting.
I'm Adam.
Coleco had a good video game system.
Okay, I remember this.
on?
I remember this commercial.
Look,
Yeah, ColecoVision
that
was
came out of me now.
ColecoVision at the time of where it was Atari 2600 in television. ColecoVision was like
Had the best graphics.
Yeah.
It had that Smurfs game that
Yes,
looked great.
Smurfs. Yes,
That was like
I love that game.
widely considered the best ColecoVision game.
I had
Except
one
that they had
friend
the
who had a
best.
Coleco.
They had the best Donkey Kong port of all the home consoles as well. Certain things
Zaxxon.
like that.
Yeah, they look the most.
Oh yeah,
like
there's
Hey.
Zaxxon. I have every ColecoVision game on this device right now.
nice.
Hey, look what's going to be on channel 11.
Oh wow, the first Terminator.
This would have been not long after it was in the theater.
James Cameron forever.
I can't imagine how they had to cut this thing up for TV.
Right.
Oh no, this is
it
just the
says
an ad for the theater. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
There's no way it would have been on TV yet.
That's right. Yeah.
And a run to the washroom. Be right back. Yes.
But yes,
Yeah.
Boogie would have
Travis
been
just
massacred
saw
on
30
TV.
seconds of this and had to run to the washroom.
Not even. He got like not even 2 seconds. Oh geez. No, it's because he's afraid of what he would do if he was watching this.
And Free doesn't want to do it in front of everybody.
Yes, he knows his weaknesses.
You know, we could charge more for that for the
Whatever
Twitch stream.
this- Yes. Travis masturbating for a half hour. That's
Half
where the
hour.
money is.
Half hour. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
2 minutes.
Oh, that
Oh.
fucking, that roast beef looked grotesque.
That 3-second shot was like a horror film.
Wow.
The cut and the man cutting it.
You'll get
Alright.
murdered at the Hotel Seville.
29th Street in Madison Avenue. Oh, I think that's a pretty good neighborhood. Right?
If that's a New York hotel, so I
Oh, here you
have
go.
to imagine that Jimmy Valiant might have gone to it, being from New York City.
Hey, speaking of Jimmy Valiant, here's his music video.
That's amazing.
To Joe Walsh. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
My favorite, like, who, Boogie, you know, when I list my favorite wrestlers of all time, Boogie Woogie Man is one of the tippy tops. I was so into him.
Absolutely. A wrestler after my own heart. I absolutely.
I
This is
Yeah.
incredible. The life's been good.
Look at that. Yeah. Now see, Boogie knows that bell bottoms look fucking cool. Look at him. Look at this sexy motherfucker.
What I love about these and a lot of videos like this
I
that he
stole
did
this
was
plane.
he clearly just filmed it and he showed up at TV and he's like, "Play this, daddy." Like it's like, all right, he just okay. Do we have clearance for the Eagles? No, of course we don't. We're gonna play it anyways.
Yeah, where is this anyway? LA or something? Florida maybe?
I don't know.
It's not New York.
Yo.
The beaches of the beautiful palm trees of New York. Yeah.
yeah, from the boy from New York City. Yeah, the palm trees of Long Island. Hey, psychedelic daddy.
Hilarious.
Yeah, we could afford a split screen for this. Whoa.
Lots of good skin shots too.
Oh, he came right out of her. He came right out of her snatch. He came right out of her
That's
snatch.
where you're gonna find me for the next few hours.
Okay.
We got Bobby
sure,
Backlund.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know Steve Brule, John C.
Of
Riley's
course.
character?
Yes, on the
that
Tim Heidecker.
that shot at the very end. The shot at the very end was like a perfect Steve Brule.
Totally.
Oh wow, Mike Jackson versus
Oh,
Bob
wow.
Backlund. Here's a
love
dream
Jackson
match.
versus Bob
Low,
Backlund.
low
Bob
key
Backlund.
dream match.
Okay, Bob Backlund wrestling in a
Singlet.
Crockett town. In a Crockett town.
Yeah.
Is so weird and unique to say, well, what are they going to think of him? Do they know who he? Because the whole thing is, well, of course they know him. He was a WWF champion. A lot of these Crockett, they didn't have that television unless you got the magazines. You don't know.
No, he would have been unknown.
He was
wager to most of the people there.
Like less than a year ago, though, he was WWF champ.
Yeah,
because because Hogan wasn't that long ago, and Sheik wasn't that long.
He
either.
lost it on Boxing Day, 1983.
Yeah, so that's the fact that he got out of the Fed that quickly is actually not surprising, but it's the fact that he's working for the competition almost right away.
Oh no,
he stayed until the following August, which a lot of people don't remember because
he
he was
stuck around for a little bit. They
Yeah.
tried to turn him heel by just booking him against low-level
Other
baby
baby
faces,
faces,
and he
yeah.
refused to go heel. The one with Sal
And
Bologna.
they wanted to turn him into a punk, right?
Yeah, that's one of the stories that dye his hair and be a punk.
So he's like, no, I'm out of here. And this opportunity came up. And in the very first episode of this, and in others, they make this big point of this show features the NWA champion, the AWA champion, Rick Martel, Ric Flair, and the real WWF champion, Bob Backlund, who never actually quit. And that was a big
And he would, in his interviews, he mentioned Iron Sheik by name. Like he never lost that match.
I never actually lost the belt.
Not a bad argument.
I never actually lost the belt to the Iron Sheik. It was a travesty. I never give up.
Riveting promos.
Sometimes you have to, accept and move on. But I know that I'll always be your champion.
I look at Bob Backlund and I think, this guy could have been in the Sex Pistols.
Oh, he had the hair, kind of. A skinhead. He could have did like, oi, yeah. It's good.
And one of his big sticking points was like, I will not be a heel. I am a role model to children.
Right. And his daughter was in elementary school at the time, and he didn't want her to be verbally attacked by students.
And then dad's a romper stomper.
No, and then when he needed the money and his daughter was grown up,
was older,
does become a heel and becomes one of the great heels of all time.
Yeah,
but that's a different time, and like I don't think Bob made a bad decision, to be honest with you. I mean, he probably could. Yeah.
Even if he had turned heel, I don't know. At the time, if he would probably got lost in the shuffle.
I think so too.
Oh no, I totally agree. But he didn't wrestle. He just quit wrestling.
Yeah,
for a while,
more or less. Wrestled a bit in Japan.
Turns heel in like 95, and his daughter's like, "I'm getting bullied at grad school."
Very possible. Oh well, suck it up. I need the money. I stopped working for 10 years for your ass.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
His Japan.
Listen, honey, we have to have a talk about wrestling. It's not real, right, dear?
Even though I made you believe it all those years.
Okay, I'll tell you something that I originally had in this lineup for tonight that I cut in editing time, but we're going to get to because there's only a handful of footage. But I watched the Chris Colt episode of Dark Side. I'm obsessed with Chris Colt. Tell you what, that could be a movie a la The Iron Claw. Because
for sure.
Jeez,
that's and I would want to see that movie because and I fell in love with the guy too. I was like, the guy was a tortured fucking artist in his own way. And and there was a little bit of Chris Colt that I was going to include, but we'll save it. It'll be coming up in the future then.
Wait. What type of Chris Colt film are we talking about?
Believe me, I looked
Okay.
because the clip. No, the clip.
Even on YouPorn.
No, because I don't want my computer to get full of fucking viruses. No, because in that clip they had, I wanted to, because the clip they had on the dark side of the solo ones where it's just him yelling at a camera about what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm gonna beat ya, and then I'm gonna fuck ya. And I'm like, this is the greatest.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. Yeah, I knew that he had like such a interesting history, but I'd never like. There's not much information out there. So that was a great documentary.
Is Kelly, is that Who Killed WCW? Is that on available in Canada that you know of?
Maybe on Crave.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Crave has Dark Side of the Ring. I don't know.
Yeah, I know that.
I saw the first episode. They put it up for free.
Yeah.
On YouTube, I think.
On YouTube, yeah.
And I'm watching because I was just like, this has been beaten to fucking death.
Yes,
I know.
I'm
like
still
zero interest
about this.
Yes. But then I saw their approach. They're doing a Rashomon type approach.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody
has
their
a different
fucking
viewpoint.
Stories and edit in a way to be just like they're all contradicting
each other. That's hilarious. That's pretty funny.
That's clever. Okay.
Yeah. I saw
Kevin Nash.
Brett
Nash
Goldberg.
Kevin Nash was high as a kite.
Right. He said so in his podcast. Yeah.
See, the best way to get him for a shoot interview, I guess, you know.
Like Jack,
I've listened to probably like 3 or 4 different groups of people review the entirety of the Monday Night Wars. Just like it's just like to your point, John. It's just so overdone.
Yeah,
like, we know, and nobody who wasn't around for it isn't curious. Like my kids are not gonna need to know who killed WCW.
Now let's dive more into the Montreal Screwjob.
That's the only one that's more. More. Overdone. But it's still a draw.
It is. Yeah.
But I will tell you.
But I think it perpetuates the idea that Eric Bischoff had some good booking acumen, which I really dislike.
He had some. I
think he was a good character.
But he wasn't the booker. He wasn't the booker generally.
No.
He was in charge, and he had bookers like Kevin Sullivan.
The idea that I don't. Well, somehow out of all of that, the idea that he's like this good wrestling mind somehow persisted, and I really don't think Eric Bischoff ever really was a good wrestling mind. I think he was a good on-screen performer.
I've heard enough of his stuff because I went through a phase where I listened to his shit until I just got tired of it, and I'm like, oh, he gets a lot of shit, right? It's a lot of fucking shit because you can't just be successful in the business and not figure out the shit that actually works and is the correct way to do it. And he is having revelatory insights about, no one ever thought of it that way.
Nice.
Ooh, there we go.
Look at
that. Nice.
Yeah.
Count to 10. Love it.
Wow.
Just quickly to this point, it bugged me a little bit that at Spot Prawn season, one of the most recent Boom shows, nobody won with that prawn roll up,
Right, yes, you're right. Oh my gosh. What are we doing, man? We gotta shut it all down.
Hey,
wow,
guess
Ricky's
still there. Guess who was still there?
Yeah.
Getting ready.
Yeah, he was almost done too.
He was ready to leave because he and Dusty did not get along at all. Dusty did not want Steamboat there. Is this alligator?
What do you mean you want to spend time with your wife and kids?
What is this?
Return to Eden.
Okay.
Nice. Oh.
Know what I'm doing 8 o'clock in 1984.
Where's my cocaine? Where did I leave my cocaine?
Somewhere in here. Chrissy Snow.
I know I hid some in here. Is that Bob Denver?
Bob Denver. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Did one of you plants steal it? So many house
not
plants
Bob
for a
Denver.
bathroom anyway.
No,
Oh, that was an ad for Lavoris mouthwash.
It looked like them, but
Santo gold.
Oh man, El
It's
Santo
Santo
is selling his gold?
Yeah, hold on, shit. Okay, the gold that El Santo got from those mummies is for sale.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's cursing.
there we go. Yeah.
I've been losing family members like crazy. These are cursed. Please take these off my head.
You're promising me that a werewolf won't come after me if I buy this, right?
I no guarantees, senor.
this was right around when he died, I think, 1984. Maybe this.
Oh,
is
this
his-
is the estate sale.
Yeah,
Oh,
estate sale. Yeah. Not counterfeit.
Not counterfeit.
Hilarious.
A werewolf comes up to you, or a mummy hat in hand, and like, look, I understand where you bought it from, but he stole it from me. So now,
You think that's not a TV, Johnny?
Well, we're gonna see because we're going to Minneapolis.
Oh, they're
according to
going to-
Gordon.
yeah.
Oh no.
Fuck.
I think if you asked them if it was a TV, they would get very defensive that it was.
Yeah.
I think Vern was like, fuck it, I'm not sending any of my sons of the bitches down there. Send them a fucking videotape.
Yeah. Bockwinkel, dude.
Bockwinkel
This
looking-
really is. All the stars are here.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they opened with Lawler. Yeah.
Nick Bockwinkel looking like he's about to fuck your grandmother, right? Right? Look at this. Look at
He
him.
should have been on the Golden Girls, really.
Oh, he would have went through all four,
Oh.
of them, four of them, including the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we would have ended up with was Estelle Getty.
The
for
Estelle
sure, at
Getty,
the
yeah.
end of the episode.
Oh, incredible.
Only I can provide what he needs.
Sophia.
Yeah.
Sophia, thank you.
Meet your new stepfather.
I'm the only one who can go full Broadway, he says. Me and Kurt Hennig.
This man is looking tan.
Yeah.
He looks like $1 million bucks.
Looks like he just came back from a Hawaii wrestling trip, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, has to
Very
freshen up
possible.
the bleach on the hair a little bit.
I like
the hair
that.
looks a little floppier than usual, not quite as coiffed as he's had it in the past, but
I like that suit. I'm a fan.
Mhm.
Herb Tar looks special.
Of the AWA hill, watching all these people crawl up, and I will admit, I kicked a lot of them right in the teeth when they
Right
got
in the
up to
fucking teeth.
The original gangster. He was the best rapper on the Wrestle Rock.
The
uh,
original
Yeah.
legs.
Oh yeah. He broke some heads.
Oh, he had great flow. Yeah, he was amazing.
I know you're ready to spit some bars, Mr. Bockwinkel.
Buck's gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Buck's
Yeah,
gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you.
Mom spaghetti.
Oh, see, it's a TV.
Oh, okay.
I-
I guess it is. I guess it is. What do we have here?
Bockwinkel looked like if he started running, that his suit would, like his lapels would get him to catch flight.
Oh, Ricky Steamboat.
Hmm.
Nice arm drag. Go figure. It's Ricky Steamboat.
Oh, there it is.
Deep arm drag.
I got to see him do that fucking arm drag to Punk at Ring of Honor when he
Oh,
Cool.
right there at ringside and when he was an older man. Oh,
Yeah,
it was amazing.
never
The
got to
place
see
fucking, the
Steamboat.
place fucking.
Live.
When I was in Calgary.
Neither had I. I had never gotten to see him live until the Ring of Honor run.
Yeah.
Where he started out as an adversary of Punk and then like became his coach that led him to the good side. It was great
Right.
shit. I got my picture
Love.
taken with him, got to meet him.
Cool. Now, when I was in Calgary, I finally watched, or I got to see the. My sister has A&E. I do not, but I watched the biography on Savage, and I like the way that they talk about the Steamboat match at Mania 3. I like the way they really kind of outline, what's been talked about 1,000 times, just like some of the other stuff we were talking about earlier. But it reminded me of how we would we'd say whenever we watch a Macho Man match, we say he has written out every single line, even the most basic house show, every single moment. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, I think it was. Like I've seen a script of his where it's like 100 and some points or whatever.
Yeah, and that documentary,
Number
it's just really
87.
cool. Yeah, but they're like matching it up with like some of the notes with like the things that are happening in the match. It's really cool. I don't know if you guys saw it or not.
No.
I for whatever I have, I get that YouTube TV to watch regular TV, and A&E is not part of the package.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I don't
know,
have any either. Yeah, but I
know people. This a woman that I've worked with for 11 years, a dear friend, who her and her husband watch all these A&E wrestling things. So there's like a giant population of people who are watching that shit.
Yeah, I think so too.
She'll come in and be like, you know, to say something like, "Oh, this happened," and it's everything for me not to go, no, that's not actually what fucking happened. Here's what actually happened.
Oh, I know. We used to talk about this on Titans, the casual smart fan or whatever the term.
But now they're putting that stuff on television shows that middle-aged and older people watch, and they're like A&E.
Yeah.
Well, remember during the Attitude Era, A&E did a ton of wrestler biographies.
A&E had that amazing movie that I still love to this day.
The Steve Allen.
The Steve Allen narrator.
Yeah,
I love that one.
What was
the
it?
Unreal World of
Wrestling. That was shown like every
wow,
day.
look at all the colors. All the colors for the Road Warriors.
We have so many fonts.
It's the only way you could possibly hype up the Road Warriors.
Look at for too long. Yes. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. If you want to see the Road Warriors again.
God.
This is awesome. This is super 80s, man.
New wave. The future is here.
It smells like shit.
Instant colored hair.
I think I inhaled some.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it looks.
I think
great.
that was responsible for the whole
drug fair in New Jersey. Yeah,
single-handedly.
All right,
nice.
Here's a good song, right? Oh Jesus Christ! I need to get fucked up right now. It's the middle of the day.
I can't even take off my helmet.
Oh, this is an ad. This is an ad for the station for WPIX.
That Fish or Barney Miller?
Yeah, and we can all get together and watch WPIX.
Miller, Benson, Barney Miller, and the Jeffersons. That's a pretty good lineup.
11 Alive. I used to watch. I used to watch that lineup. I'm not kidding.
It's just funny because, hey, you know that thing that you're doing right now? More of it. It's like, hey, you know, well, you gotta know the schedule, but okay.
What the fuck is
this? The '84 Olympics.
Hire the vet. That was a hire the veteran ad. That's insane.
The next time you need to win a race.
They all wear suits. They're not dirty.
What do we know about? Okay. The meeting for that ad. What do we know about veterans? They love to run in suits.
Steve
What?
Miller. I'm the Joker. I'm the smoker.
Hey, it's one of the Flemings.
Let's take the money and run.
I want to see 10 people in a suit perfectly reassemble an AK-47 for a TV commercial, and it's like, hire a veteran. It's like, oh, that's yeah, okay, and it's a skill. It's like, you are a veteran, you wouldn't know how to do that, but that's.
Oh yeah, Iron Man too.
Here we go. Turn this up a little
bit. Copyright.
Introducing their opponents in the red corner, accompanied by their manager Paul Ellering. Fans here, the AWA World Tag Team.
Horrible looking belts. They were great.
No. They were the coolest fucking thing in the world, dude.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it's crazy how popular they are.
The guys they're facing are enormous, but they look so tiny compared to the Road Warriors.
Yeah,
I mean, Mark Fleming's a big boy. The other ones, maybe not so much.
Power and sheer
The Warriors
The other
were getting bigger from here too. They weren't at their peak.
Right.
The other
This is
one
when I
I
love.
ordered
This is when.
fly
This
like
is when.
an eagle.
This is
Good
when they
sir.
still wrestled wearing their motorcycle chaps.
Yes.
It looks fucking badass. Well, when the Hawk likes to party, he wears just the chaps.
Roger Von Haig was my name in Vancouver.
And I'll tell you one thing, they're not much.
You tell him. You tell him, Hawk.
Well, they're not much on.
For those of you wanting a bit of a history lesson, listen up.
It was weird. Like he went to Vancouver. That was his first territory after being trained. Wrestled there for a month or so, and then got the Warrior push in Georgia. Couldn't have went from like one of the, Vancouver at the time was shell of itself.
When the Warriors started, both of them were still, to use the term, green as fucking grass.
Oh yeah,
right.
And their original costumes were straight out of Cruising.
Well, that was Warriors. Yeah, that was the Road Warrior. That was it was Animal. Yeah, he's like,
well, the Animal was just the Road Warrior.
Yeah, the Road Warrior. His look, which they recopied in WWE at the end of his career. It was amazing.
Jean shorts.
It was jockstrap night at the pile driver. I looked across the
always
bar
a
and I
frequent
saw,
quote.
and I saw the biggest man I'd ever seen, with face paint and a mohawk. Yeah, anytime I can fit in that Friedkin quote.
It's incredible because I was thinking that exact thing. I was like, especially with the biker pants here, like how often are these guys getting confused for going cruising? And then I was like, but who's gonna hit on the Road Warriors? Because it's like you don't want to, especially those two. Like you really don't want to guess wrong on that one.
Needs to tag. That's the most critical thing in the world. By the way, next week here on Pro Wrestling USA, you'll be.
I was gonna say this about Killer Khan, but the Road Warriors are the ultimate example of, hey, thanks for getting that haircut for your job.
Yeah.
Because you got a whole life that isn't this. You're only in the ring for 12 minutes, and you still have that haircut.
Here's the thing.
Especially Hawks, weirdo.
Yeah, it's Hawks. Hawks is
reverse
animals. Yeah, animals you can kind of explain. It's not completely ridiculous, and who's gonna say anything? Hawks looks fucking weird.
Waiting with a backbreaker.
Yep. Is it
like standing?
Oh, they didn't even do the Doomsuit of it, or are they?
I think they'll still do something, a version of it.
Ooh,
Nice.
Pretty badass too.
Especially after they've already won.
Yeah, they already won.
Wow, interesting. So they were still working through the details here.
In the AWA, they were heels. They were heels.
Yeah.
And the Crockett fans see these guys for the first time, and they lose their shit. Like everyone was.
When they started feuding with the Russians, then they were.
Back to goodbyes.
Hey, they call me Mr. Goodbyes.
Don't ask any questions.
Do you want to buy a fridge and maybe put somebody in it? Call me.
We'll sell it to you cheap because you're not going to use it too often.
No, that reminds me.
Oil-filled radiator.
We're going to
get a new
go see Furiosa tomorrow. After seeing the Road Warriors reminded me of that. Yeah, you saw it already.
Here we go.
I've not seen it. Looks good.
AIDS.
Oh, jeepers creepers.
Her starting by saying, "I've done all the drugs and none of
there's
them work."
some bad jokes that could be made here.
There's lots of them in my mind right now. Use only as directed. AIDS. Use only as directed.
Yes.
You can still eat that yummy
AIDS
pie.
helps put me in control.
AIDS helps you take off weight.
No, that's
I
the
know.
one.
I heard that earlier. And I want to tell you, this is not a real television. Can I hook up my Atari?
But I tell you what,
could I play Kangaroo?
I
Good.
want that. No, I want that. and actually buy a flat screen and just fit it
Oh,
into
dude, be
that.
awesome. Yes,
Okay.
you'd have to fix the aspect ratio, but yeah, I like it.
I don't know. You know,
See,
make it fit.
Yeah.
Feels like somewhere a young Steve Jobs is saying, "This is an intuitive design. I like this."
Somewhere a young
White,
Steve Jobs,
glossy rounded edges.
a young Steve Jobs is saying, somewhere a young Steve Jobs is saying, you know what I think I'm gonna do? Not shower. That's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna be the smelly guy. That's my thing.
This is a good
Power move.
personality trait to have.
I listened to the Behind the Bastards on Steve Jobs. What a fucking animal.
Nice.
He
Yeah.
wasn't into bathing for some reason.
Yeah, he got into not bathing.
Like Howard Hughes or something.
Right.
Did he wear Kleenex boxes on his feet?
Hey, Moose is back.
No, he put his dirty feet up on the fucking tables while people are trying to have professional meetings while berating staff. That was a piece of shit.
It's funny. This was from approximately the same time as Southwest Wrestling, and they have all the stars in the world, but Southwest Champion, their show was so much better. So much
Virgil
better.
Runnels.
Virgil Runnels. Big show, mate. Big show, man.
Edited by Virgil Runnels.
Technical director Emerson Runnels.
Special thanks to Virgil Reynolds and the Virgil Reynolds Foundation.
Boogie Band.
the Virgil Reynolds Boogie Band. Okay. Ding, 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 ding.
What is it? What did he say? Boogie what?
The All-Star
Virgil,
Boogie Band.
The Virgil Reynolds All-Star Boogie Band.
Hilarious. All right, so this is a more recent Brett.
Yes,
yeah, check this one out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal your fucking soda, you nerd.
Galactus t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, me and my iPhone that I shot this on had something to say.
Oh no, it really hurts. It really What happens? You put those shades on, you become
in my right side.
Vintage. No, that's not vintage.
All right. This is our main event match of the night.
Oh,
and
wow.
check out that gear and the view of Michael PSA.
Yes. Suspenders. That's twice tonight.
This is the big one. This is the big one. This is the one I've been training for. The one I've been running and sweating on that road. The UWF belt. It's just like the Nationals when I went for the number one. And I'm prepared.
Gotta get that in there.
Building up those muscles. Terry Gordy, you're going to find out how tough I am. I want everybody out there to take a good look at this title right here. This is the highest paid title in the world. All the major guys.
No, it isn't.
It's wild how much the original Ring of Honor belt looked like that.
Yes, it was obviously inspired by it. Yeah.
By the UWF, that's wild.
It's a good looking belt. Didn't last for long, but yeah.
But yeah, to
When
be
I
clear, this is the good UWF and not the 90s cocaine one, right?
Yeah, no, or the Japanese one. There's been a few different
Yes,
ones.
yes, UWFI, yes. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is Watts.
This is 86. So
Yeah.
these two would go on to have a lot of like.
Well, they were a tag team, Miracle
Yeah,
Violence.
but also have matches in Japan.
Yeah.
For like Triple Crown, things like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's funny. Yeah, both of them. Well, Gordy had already been wrestling in Japan at this point. I don't know if Williams had.
I don't think so.
But I mean, Japan was the best thing for him because he didn't have the charisma,
right? Yeah,
on the mic to really
and
make
those are
him as
like
a big star.
widely regarded as
States.
his best matches, right? When he was in
Yeah,
Japan.
yeah. I don't know. I've never been a huge Steve Williams fan, to be honest.
Oh, but I love that
I
era
love
of all
Gordy.
Japan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, as a tag team, they were fun. As a singles, though, Williams has never done it for me.
Well,
I don't know if that's a hot
buckle
take
up
or
because he
whatever,
fucking
bad
rocks
take.
in this.
Yeah.
Buckle up. He rocks in
Let's
this
go.
match.
And let's go, baby.
Yeah, I've never seen this. I don't think.
So we got Steve Williams.
Always seen him as a team.
Yeah, and Gordy was the first UWF champ. There would have been a tournament just before this, right?
No. They did the tournament for the first UWF champ, and it was Gordy. Gordy held it for a long time. Held it for a
Did he hold
long
it for a long time? Okay.
Yeah. And
because when I first started reading the mags, they had just switched from Mid-South to UWF, basically.
Yeah, Danzo and I were watching at the time because when we first got it on U68, it was called UWF, but they were doing the branding change, and they did the whole. Duggan held the North American title, and they were like, "Thanks, Doug." If he finally won it, and they're like, "Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Hacksaw." And now we're retiring it, and we're gonna have a tournament for the new thing, the new big belt.
Yeah.
And it was Gordy, and I remember thinking at the time, I'm like, but he's a tag team guy.
Yeah, it was an outside the box kind of.
But then I started seeing. But then I started watching the matches because Watts put great matches. This was on TV. Like this shit was on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, Gordy's fucking amazing. Oh yeah, Hayes is just constantly mocking the Sooners,
right?
And Oklahomans.
Typical
goddamn Oklahomans.
Williams went to OU.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Williams was a star athlete in college football, like an outstanding college football player, and also college wrestler.
And wrestler, yeah. And of course, Bill Watts.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got him by the taint.
It's got the Hulk Hogan color combo.
Yellow. Oh
and
my
the
god.
red.
And the red knee pads, yeah.
Yeah, never seen Steve Williams in anything but red or black. So it's kind of it's an interesting look.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I like about newer companies too, just to your guys' point, is like is like Gordy getting treated as like a serious singles guy when he was largely considered tag. Like that's what I like about Boom too, is like, Jackie Lee is like a very accomplished tag team guy, but he's getting a run as a single because it's a different company and the energy's a little bit different,
There you go. Yeah.
A lot of it also do with here is Bill Watts, because he went, look, paid a lot of money for the Freebirds, and even when they worked for him before, he always felt that Hayes was better used as a mouthpiece and not an in-ring guy, which happens here. He wrestles here, but he's the heel announcer. He's more of a manager role in this run, and they turn the other two into singles. He's like, no, they're not. They'll tag, sure, but like Buddy Jack Roberts, and that they gave him a name because he was Buddy Roberts everywhere. Now he's Buddy Jack Roberts. Michael Hayes became Michael P.S. Hayes.
That's right.
And Buddy Jack held the the TV title?
TV
that was like,
belt. Yeah. Just like he did in World Class.
I know people don't like Doc Hendricks in the WWF, but I think Michael's like adding a pretty good layer here. Yeah. People couldn't stand him in the Fed, but he's pretty funny.
Motherfucker!
Now there goes all the springboards we were gonna do.
Yeah,
we were gonna do so many high spots.
I love it. That's okay.
We'll just have to.
Number one, that was not planned. Number two, without spoiling anything, this is a very important match.
Oh, okay.
They got to fix this shit on the fly.
The ring crew's getting into it. Yeah.
That's cool, because usually
they just went and got another one, and like Bill Watts was epileptic right now. Motherfucker. They probably also love
honestly,
right?
Well, it also speaks to his, booking style. Like, it has to be realistic. So if it was real, you wouldn't just leave it there, right? If it was real.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's incredible, though. That really does. I've seen a lot of rope breaks, and I've never seen ring crew just get on it like that.
Unless we're being
every time
worked,
it's just like, well, we're finishing the
they
match.
did that on purpose, and that's why the ring crew was there ready to go.
No, they wouldn't have. I don't think you would get that that complex in your booking. Although you never know with Watts.
I'm Bill goddamn Watts, and I'm a goddamn genius, Nelson.
4D chess booking.
If that's the case, WWE was very slow to utilize the exploding turnbuckle. They didn't do it until like 2022 or something like this.
Exploding turnbuckle.
Yeah, well, Finn Balor jumped off the exploding turnbuckle and got his ass kicked.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, why am I referencing 2022 WWE? Nobody knows what I'm
Well,
talking
Johnny
about.
was.
Come
do.
on.
But
I do.
don't.
Are you talking about when they have the fireworks up there or some shit?
Yeah, it's like Finn Balor, or it's like the Demon versus Roman Reigns or something
Okay,
like this.
I think it might. Was it 2022 or that sounds like it was on earlier than that.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, it might have been. I think it was. Honestly, you know what? It was like pandemic wrestling, so that makes it even
Well, there
worse.
you
I think
go.
it was
There
like,
you go.
yeah,
There you go.
it was like
Thunderdome.
SummerSlam 2020 or something. Yeah, in the Thunderdome.
Okay, it was okay. Going into the pandemic, I was at my lowest interest of watching it in years and years, where it got to be just the pay-per-views because I have a tradition of hanging out with my buddy and watching the pay-per-views. And then the pandemic, and then
Not a DQ
I was
in
like,
the one.
then I was like, now I can't watch this with no people. And then slowly the
Right.
bloodline story started happening, and I started getting slowly back in it, and then just being amazed at watching whatever's going on here that is really good is not Vince related, and you'd see the ebbs and flows of this crazy old psychotic rapist as he slowly is being moved in and out. Like, wow, everything got better.
What's his and what isn't?
Yeah. What's his bullshit and what's everyone else's? Yeah, it's
No, late era.
Whoa.
Late era Vince WWE killed it for me. I don't think I'll ever go back.
Any babyface getting little happy feet is just never not funny to me.
No.
Like Dusty Rhodes always getting on his tiptoes and doing a little dance. Like, come on.
Rick Martel was the master of the high stepping.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, getting his fist in the air. Absolutely. Yeah, perfect example. Yeah.
Knees up to his chin almost.
Martel, hot step, and Martel.
Yes. Here comes the hot step.
I got two of those tonight.
He healed and baby-faced harder than just about, like, he was a bigger baby-face and a bigger heel than most people could ever be.
I agree. I think Rick Martel is one of the most underrated pro wrestlers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude,
happy feet!
Gordy and Williams are beating the dog shit out of each other too, man.
Watts is at ringside.
Oh, they really are.
Oh yes, Watts is at ringside.
Great ref
bump.
Great ref bump.
Watts wrestled that night because Watts is in his underwear.
Right. This is one of his comebacks.
Yeah, the last comeback.
The last Stampede.
Last Stampede, yeah. Like, boom.
Yeah. No.
Oh, and Hayes is there too.
Disgusting.
Michael Hayes,
Boo.
you piece of shit.
Just poke the man in the boot. Yeah. Oh, so this would have been the Russian, or no, that was Eddie.
No, that was way earlier.
Right.
Than this.
Grandpa's out to even the odds.
There it is.
I guess
Oklahoma
this
Stampede,
was the last Stampede.
It's Bill Watts.
No,
1,
fuck you,
2,
cowboy.
3.
That
New
doesn't
champion.
count.
That was like a
champion.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Turn this up a little. Turn this up a little, please.
Sunday comes again.
Hulk Hogan teaches you the English words for the days of the week.
I remember when I went to Japan, brother, and I
was wearing white.
I went to heaven. And
Big Flo. Yeah, I remember wrestling Bam Bam Big Flo, brother. Honestly, Big Flo is not the worst
we're
nickname
still
for wrestling.
going.
oh yeah, a little bit here.
Butcher, saggy tits, Vashon.
Right.
Good. Another one we lost earlier this year. David Sammartino.
I'm very,
I think he was introduced
very,
as Bruno.
I'm very, very disappointed.
Where is this? BU13.
Travis, take a look.
That is.
Travis, your mic.
Bruno. That was an era.
Listen, look at my son. What a disappointment.
Oh wow, you're made of Bruno now. Bruni. Bruno. Wow, where'd you
I
get
went to
that
my new
wig?
wig guy because I knew I'd be making my debut. I got my best gray sweater, my favorite cocktail, dandelion martini.
Johnny.
To join you boys to watch this terrible disappointment of a son.
Wow. Well, I'm honored to have you here, Bruno.
Oh, you don't. Oh, thank you.
That's a great looking head of hair.
Oh, thank you. I went to my good guy, the main guy on 48.
Yeah. Yeah, you've added some color to it. It's not your usual job.
Well, no, I figured I'd go with something new for my debut on the Mystery Titans of the Wrestling.
That's right. Yeah, well, you're one of the reasons we've gone this far. You're one of the patron saints of Titans
Oh,
of
I'm totally
Wrestling.
aware. I'm totally aware. You can listen to podcasts in heaven.
You listen to, yeah, well, you have a lot of time on your hands now, I
Oh,
guess.
totally. But well, may I look at the big hillbilly?
Hey, Hillbilly's still there.
He's still here.
Like, that's not a fan. That's Hillbilly Jim.
These dandelion margaritas really, really hit the spot. Once you get a taste for them,
Yeah.
it's hard to quit.
Well, the next time I'm in Italy, I'll have to try one.
Oh, you should.
A
My son
bruiser.
David is, he never liked them. He never appreciated them.
No.
Total-
Spoiled fat
Total
American
disappointment.
kid.
You know who was good? Larry. Now, Larry, that's a good son.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. A great wrestler. You taught him well, Bruno.
Thank you. But you know what the one thing Larry is not?
What is he not?
A disappointment, like my son David.
I was gonna say he's not a truth teller, but yeah.
He smokes a lot of weed, but
You're okay. You've come
Fine.
around on that, Bruno.
Fine. I don't that I approve, but
Yeah, it's legalized in most places now. I
I
think
mean,
it's okay.
I have my own vices. Dandelion margaritas. Can't get enough of them. Well, he should have put this saggy-titted motherfucker away by now. Look at this.
Yeah.
My son is the shits.
Yeah,
Travis, we can't hear a word you're saying.
No, you've been muted for quite a while, Trevor.
I thought you were no selling this bit, Travis.
Oh, this is very early, David and
they used to call him
WWF.
David Bruno Cemetery. And I
Yes.
said, no.
Yeah. You're killing the brand. Oh wow.
Look at that. Look at that face. Ugh. My son's the shits. He stinks.
How did he beat him? I missed the finish.
How about now? You can hear me now?
Yeah.
There you are.
There you go.
Hello.
Just back to my shitty mic. That's weird.
Mr. Walashin, look
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
this
drop
total
down for the
disappointment of a child.
Oh, it was a power slam. The power slam
Fighting
wasn't too
Grimace.
bad.
Fighting Grimace on his
Yeah.
birthday, I was saying.
Mm.
They're not recognizing Grimace's birthday this year for some reason.
That's a travesty.
All right. I'll
Pleasure
turn
to
this down a
meet you
little bit.
all.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you all. Thank you.
I'd like
Bye,
to get
Bruno.
something better when my
Goodbye.
microphone's
Goodbye.
working.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Boogie. And Walashin, maybe someday we'll talk again.
Bye, Mr. Zammartino.
Let me get rid of this. There we go.
Yes. Would I spend the afternoon making a baked ziti and a puppet for a 4-minute bit? Yes, I will.
That's great. Great. Where'd you get the
Oh wait, so
Bruno?
hold on. I thought he was in a cult now.
Yeah, not for this show. I happened to get him when he was golfing.
Okay.
His whole cult's there the next night.
Mm-hmm. That entrance, yeah, incredible. I'm a good work guy, I wanted to say, if he would have asked without using the letter E.
Kyle Fine still had a trick up his sleeve.
Credit due to the Slam Boys. They got some new masks.
Mhm.
They're pretty, very quite professional looking. I like the old ones, but
Tony and Pesky.
okay, when we're talking about wrestlers committing to their hairstyle, God, Nick Pesky's skullet is just beautiful.
Yes.
Bleach blonde, he's fogging out crazy. Oh, it looks
Mhm.
great.
Shared a drink with him after the show.
Yeah.
At St. Augustine's.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was there with a few other. He was the only wrestler there. A few other people.
Tyler looks like every fucking kid who was just out going mudding and now ready to kick some fucking ass.
The main event was set. Kyle Fines and the Brother Boys versus Elliot Tyler, Shaolin Funk, and Mr. Ferguson for the fate of Wild Eyes.
It's my nephew Maxwell.
Hey.
Lionsgate heavyweight Matt Bronson versus Portland, Oregon's Stephen.
Big brother.
Okay, this one was funny because Matt has two pairs of nunchucks. One was in the back of his pants.
Yes.
But he forgot to take them out before the match started. So he took a bump right onto his nunchucks. And I had to just kick them out of the ring quickly. I'm like, that had to suck.
Who was that 1980s looking fired up baby face,
Stephen Bradley, man.
Okay.
He's awesome.
No, the one who
Magnum
lost to the
TA.
elbow drop. The one who lost to the elbow drop? Okay.
Yeah, he does a belly to belly, brother. Like dude,
he's Magnum.
Yeah.
He looks like I'm like, oh, that guy looks like a wrestler.
Yeah, straight out of the 80s.
Yeah. We love Tommy Chan.
So great.
There's that match also under. That's where he won with that
happened.
nasty. Yeah.
Still distraught over the events of Secret Crush.
Notice her rose is black now. Her rose eye patch.
Yes,
because
it's the first step to the evil dark goth Duchess who and she's gonna have to spew mist, right? You need to show her how Khan did it tonight.
Yes,
okay?
Yes, totally. That's the best ever. Yeah. This is awesome. This is my match of the night.
Oh yeah. They were so great. This was awesome,
Yeah, she's really good.
Look at the kid. See the kids over there? They're hilarious.
There's a whole gang of kids.
They were fucking
There's
awesome.
a kid in a jean jacket with the sleeves cut off. He's a badass.
Yeah, that's Noah. I love when we bring in that. Like that's become a tradition to have the that photographer who does that really cool kind of 3D effect for the biggest one. Can't remember what his name is though.
I love seeing that more and more matches and even full shows are being put out on YouTube, man, because people need to realize, like, yes, is there like weird tomfoolery? Yeah, but look at the fucking in-ring action and how it all works together.
After months of fines and formal reprimands,
This son of a bitch.
Could not believe we saw this man in the Boomiverse. Absolutely incredible.
The boots are so funny.
Really put the Vince McMahon stank on that one.
Yeah.
So do you get to pick a guy?
Mm-hmm.
Just like Vince and Trump.
Yes.
He looks like IRS.
Huh.
Oh yeah, totally.
Versus Elliot Tyler, Shaolin Funk, and Mr. Ferguson. Just before the match.
There's the kids again. It's so funny. He took I had a lot of friends at this show, including some of my friends in different parts of Vancouver. So when he took a shot at our mayor, Ken Sim, which got a big pop in East Van, they were kind of, why are they mad at Ken Sim? I was surprised to hear that. I got it. It ain't your part of town, brother.
Boo. Collecting all the memorabilia of his fallen opponents.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Audience on the edge of their seats from start to finish. After a series of high octane.
This was a tough one to call. It was really, really good.
yeah,
though.
there, there's Boogie, yeah.
Oh.
Securing the fate of Wild Eyes and sending the crowd into a frenzy. In June, Boone Pro.
Yeah.
June 28th.
What was this, Travis? The tribute to your teenage?
To my teenage youth, or to my teenage.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, with all the masturbation.
Yeah,
That's what Kelly had said. Yeah, yeah. What are we gonna? You're gonna put
Yeah.
CBC Late Night up on the ceiling?
Yeah. It's very in keeping with the Goonies, though. It's a very nice. It's a good,
Right.
like, happy ending for a show. You know.
Okay.
All right, as we wrap this up, I figured let's get sexy again.
Okay.
Moose wants me to pick
Wow.
Cody Rhodes. So, all right, I'll see what I can do.
Greased up
Okay.
wrestlers sweating and working hard at the construction site.
Oh. As we wrap up this show, Boogie, thanks again, man. Last minute, fucking amazing.
Yeah, I really appreciate it,
Yeah.
buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Sorry
And-
for
and-
my technical issues at the beginning, but this has been
please.
just incredible.
Yeah.
And congratulations, by the way. Didn't I hear some good news for you?
Oh yes, indeed. Yeah. My wife and I are expecting twins,
Oh,
no
wow.
less. So really excited. It's gonna be cool. So
Yeah.
I might be scarce around the territory come November, but
there's-
the less
cool.
shows I go to in person, the more I can maybe step in with you guys.
Hey, man, but
Great.
sometimes
But thank you. I appreciate that.
Wait.
Congrats.
no.
Remember, we
that's
hate
awesome.
Elvis.
My sister has twins, and it's the best.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, we wanted 3, and my wife didn't want to get pregnant 3 times. So what more could you ask for, really? Right?
Perfect.
Wait, I love that they actually made Arnold Skoland the foreman in
I
this
know.
fucking thing. It's so funny. You know, this building is just gonna fucking come down. A paper plane's
The
gonna
most
fucking hit
poorly-
it. It's gonna-
Most poorly made
Slumlord.
building ever.
Yes. More
You know,
asbestos.
Hogan was like,
"Ooh, bro, let's give him a concrete enema." Yeah. Hey, baby.
We happen to be in this lot
Yeah,
on the outskirts of
random.
town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, was that the Porta John? Yeah, that's hot.
Anybody got some leaves?
yeah. You know, Hogan was like, no, but I get the concrete hose, brother.
Ooh.
No, don't touch it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
mine. I called it.
Yeah. I'm the champ. I get the hose.
Concrete.
And the
hose.
best thing is, Coco's the star of this fucking thing.
Coco looks
Yeah,
like he's a hologram
I know.
there.
Where
This
are
is
they
the best
building
place.
this?
Oliver
let me
Humperdinck.
pour this on my dick. I can't look. Why are we building it? Why are we building a skyscraper?
Oh, no, Coco,
No.
No.
This is
It's
there's
not the
orphans. The orphans have
demolition.
started to move in, Coco.
Yeah. The WWF hospital
Oh,
collapses after 1 week.
Yes,
Stupid.
Billy Jack. So funny.
Really, Jack Haynes.
Okay.
White power.
Same clip. Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go in here and
Here come the
masturbate.
ropes. Here come the ropes.
We're not even insinuating that. Like, that's what they're doing. Like, that's, he went into that magazine. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Hey,
Fantastic.
join the Patreon, everyone.